Hello everyone and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19, and we are very excited to bring you some second round action for the Group 2 soccer tournament between the Seneca Golden Eagles and your Sterling Silver Knights. Very excited. It's a rematch of last year. The current condition, 75 degrees outside. It is quite hot out just to be November. I was wishing for a little bit more chill today, but we're stuck with the heat. The wind's coming in at around 9 miles per hour. Humidity around 45%. And today's forecast is cloudy. So taking a look at the Colonial Liberty Conference, Audubon Green Wave took the Liberty by storm this year, 8-2 in the conference, 15-4 overall. The Bulldogs were barking this year, 5-4-1 in the conference, 8-9-2 overall. The West Deffrey Eagles, the 1 seed in this Group 2 tournament, 4-3-3 in the conference, 11-4-4 overall. And then your Silver Knights in that 4th place spot, 4-4-2 in the conference, 9-7-2 overall. Haddon Township 4-5 in the conference. And then we look at the Olympic National Division. The Paul VI Eagles took the division this year, 5-0-1 in the conference, 16-2-1 overall. Bishop Eustis right under them, 5-0-1 in the conference, 10-5-2 overall. The Morristown Township, 3-2-1 in the conference, 11-4-6 overall. Cherry Hill West, 3-3 in the conference, 15-5-1. And then the Golden Eagles at that 5th place spot, 2-3-1 in the conference, 7-8-1 overall. So I'm going to take a step back for a second, and we're going to let the girls introduce themselves.
Fallon Shinseki, senior, defender, Magnolia.
Taylor Baker, sophomore, midfield, Stratford.
Lily Byrne, sophomore, midfielder, Summerdale.
Elise Simpson, senior, defense, Stratford.
Harlan Kay, senior, midfield, Stratford.
Madison Sims, junior, goalkeeper, Stratford.
Brooke Rhoda, sophomore, defender, Stratford.
Molly Hoffaker, freshman, defender, Laurel Springs.
Kara Chestnut, senior, goalkeeper, Stratford.
Adriana Zazada, senior, midfield, Summerdale.
Addison Myers, junior, midfield, Summerdale.
Regan Sheehan, junior, midfield, Stratford.
Paige Harmon, junior, midfield, Laurel Springs.
Karina Justice, senior, defender, Magnolia.
Ava Bates, striker, freshman, Magnolia.
Adriana Guttmacher, sophomore, defense, Summerdale.
Nora Radish, freshman, midfield, Gloucester Township.
Allison Brown, sophomore, forward, Stratford.
Camilla Revedas, senior, defense, Stratford.
Antonia Troilo, senior, striker, Laurel Springs.
Welcome back here to the turf as we take a quick look at the bracket. We're in the quarterfinal round now, so West Deptford versus Middle Township, which happens today at 11 a.m. We're going to be updating you if we get a score eventually. Sterling versus Seneca will play the winner of that matchup. Collingswood versus Barnegat already came to an end with Barnegat taking a 3-0 win over the Collingswood Panthers, so they move on to the semifinal round to either go against Haddon Heights or Haddonfield, the battle of the Haddons at that bottom spot. So a pretty competitive Group 2 matchup as we take a look at the series notes here. Since 2012, Sterling leads 2-1. Sterling outscoring opponents this year 39-26. Seneca outscoring opponents 42-32. Seneca won the last meeting in 2023, and Sterling won the 2 games prior in 2021 and 2018. Seneca won the South Jersey title in the game last year between these two squads. So in the 2024 season, Montgomery Dram really has taken control of this Sterling team with the absence of Ireland Kay with 42 points, 18 goals, 6 assists. Antonia Troilo, the senior striker, with 18 points, 5 goals, 8 assists. Adriana Zazada with 12 points, 5 goals, 2 assists. Lily Byrne with 9 points, 2 goals, 5 assists. Fallon Shinseki, 5 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. And the goalie, the brick wall on this girls team, Maddie Sims, 18 games, 210 saves. So taking a look at the Seneca Golden Eagles, Cadence Vian leading the way with 21 points, 8 goals, 5 assists. Carly Devereaux with 16 points, 7 goals, 2 assists. Rihanna Vincent, 15 points, 6 goals, 3 assists. Nora Eberman, 11 points, 3 goals, 5 assists. Alyssa Cantando has 10 points, 4 goals, 2 assists. And Sam Zaranda, with 10 points, 3 goals, 4 assists. And the goalie, Genevieve Jenkins, the senior, with 18 games played and 195 saves. So welcome to Sterling Channel 19 as we are happy to bring you this second round action between Sterling and Seneca. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined here by Max Zubak. And I mean, we're really excited for this game to start. The 4 versus the 5 seed in this huge Group 2 tournament. As we see the Seneca huddle getting ready, and the Lady Knights also at around midfield, getting ready to get their huddle going and really get this one started. And I mean, Max, after a dominant win in round 1 for the Lady Knights, what are we expecting them to bring out today against a much more talented Golden Eagles squad?
Well, I definitely believe this is going to be a lot tougher than round 1 was. You can't, obviously, have an 8-1 win every time. It's going to get harder and harder as you go on. But I do think they can pull out a win here, especially because they've had such a good season, and they've had a pretty solid reputation over this year of getting the job done against pretty solid teams. I think you can expect a sterling win, but don't expect it to be as clean as Monday's win was.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going against a lot more talented of a team. As we mentioned, Cadence Fian really leading the way for this Seneca team. 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points. Zaradnik as well, 3 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. And then Devereaux, Kat Anando, Eberman. It's just a much more talented Seneca squad that we're really going against here. Sterling's defense definitely going to have a much harder time, spreading across all these weapons. But I think if there's a Lady Knights team to do it, it is this one. A very talented team from the start. Dealt with a lot of adversity throughout the year so far, losing their, leading goal scorer, Ireland Kay, leading to point scorer, Ireland as well. And definitely has grown throughout this year. The chemistry, between all these players, a lot more younger girls stepping up as well. Lily Byrne assuming this starting role as she pops up on the screen right there. And, this Sterling defense as well. Revadis, Elise Simpson, Brooke Rota has really assumed this center back role along with Simpson, and on the outside it's Molly Hoffaker. And it's been really impressive to watch some of these younger girls take that leap up into this varsity level.
Yeah, and I don't think, obviously going into the year, once Ireland Kay got hurt, there was a lot of worry probably internally, saying, well, this is our top point scorer in the past, you need someone to fill that role. And they ended up getting that with Montgomery Dram, who's done very well, a 42-point effort thus far. I think there's someone who you could trust in her, as well as she's able to get the ball to other teammates as well. And someone who did very good with that last time around was Azada, who got a couple of assists. So I think it's just a matter of, both sides have really good weapons across the whole field. You've got to be able to shut down at least a few of them to get the win here today.
So we are off here on the turf at this beautiful Thursday afternoon. The girls and myself and Max off of school today, which was quite nice to sleep in a little bit, but they look like they're ready to take this one against the Seneca Eagles. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the booth. Glad to bring you guys this Group 2 tournament, second round action between these two teams. As now, Tony Troilo breaking towards the net. An early opportunity here for the Lady Knights. She puts a shot on goal. Nice save there. What a save there by Jenkins. And a big opportunity for the Lady Knights to start this matchup.
Well, it's definitely an early scare, and we know Troilo can get that job done. She stays on side pretty closely, and while the shot's just a little off, it's also a good defensive effort by Jenkins there, you have to say.
Jenkins already starting off this game hot with a nice diving save to her right side. Troilo trying to nitpick that far corner. So we take another look at it from the birdcage angle. Man, she had the angle, but what a diving stop there by Jenkins.
Needed a little bit more power if it wanted to get past Jenkins there. Jenkins, well, had it read, definitely is an early scare. And she needs to look out to, make sure those angles are kept. If she had someone to pass to, Troilo, on that other side, it'd be an easy 1-0 early.
Both of these goaltenders very good for these teams, only separated by 9 saves. Same amount of games played. Sims has 204. Meanwhile, Jenkins has 195. So definitely two extremely talented goaltenders in their respective teams, and definitely expecting a great matchup between these two. It's now a throw-in taken here by the Lady Knights after their early opportunity there by Troilo. A nice seed from Montgomery Dram. Now Seneca trying to advance forward. They chip it to the far side. A little bit too hard, so now it's going to be a Sterling throw-in. Looks like it's going to be Hoffaker. Going to be the one to throw it in here for the Lady Knights, a freshman starting in this back line for this game. A lot of time here in this defensive zone for the Eagles as they cause a turnover. Dram trying to move upfield. Dangles her way between a few players. She tries to take a shot on goal. That one easily collected there by Jenkins.
There's a bit of an off play there from the front line. I feel like they should have kept themselves a little further back. Dram could have gotten a pass onside instead of having to take the shot there. A little bit of a miscue, I feel like.
So Jenkins sends this one, looking for Shinseki, or excuse me, looking for her own player, that would be Vincent. Shinseki played it nevertheless. Taylor Baker causes the turnover, finds Shinseki. Shinseki back to Baker. Baker trying to move her way around a couple of defenders, gets it taken away, but the foul is called on the Eagles, so it'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights.
It's a nice early opportunity to utilize a strength we've mentioned time and time again, their ability to use free kicks and corner kicks as an opportunity to get goals. They've done it before, I think twice off of corners last game on Monday. Let's see if they can pull some magic here for a few minutes.
So Simpson raises the arm and sends this one in. A nice kick there by Simpson. Looking for Troilo inside the box. A big opportunity there. Played well by Jenkins. And Sterling really starting to press on the gas pedal early in this matchup.
I mean, it was definitely a great pass there off the free kick, and the header was a good attempt, but Jenkins got the interference right there to keep the ball in safe hands.
So Dram with the physical play, trying to push the Eagle off the ball. It's going to get called for it. Just a little bit too much body. Dram playing eagerly in this game so far, really picking up the pace to start, trying to get Sterling off on the right note. Now it's going to be a free kick here, taken by the Golden Eagles. It looks like it's Eberman in that back line going to take it. So she takes a couple steps back. She's lined up just under the 40, and she approaches the ball and sails it deep. Hits off of Rhoda. Big opportunity here for the Eagles as they try to take a shot on goal. This one trickles towards Sims. Sims calls for it and makes the easy scoop.
It's a good play there to keep the ball near Sims by Rhoda, kind of playing some pressure around the ball, makes sure no Seneca players can get there, and Sims with a very simple collection.
204 saves on the season. Sims making an absolute statement in her junior year of girls soccer here for the Lady Knights. 3-year starter, definitely going to be 4 next year. Someone who's taken tremendous leaps as Sterling has gone a long way in the playoffs these past couple of years, trying to remake that magic once again. This one trying to reach Tony Troilo. She misses it, and now they sky it back into Eagles. Hits off of Simpson pretty uncomfortably. She kind of takes a couple steps back now, ready to play defense once again. Shinseki trying to play on the outside. A nice physical play by her to chip it up here for Zazada. Zazada has to settle it, trying to get it back over towards Baker. Baker trying to send it forward towards Troilo. Can't get it. Nicely cut off there by the Eagles. Looks like Eberman's trying to take it back in for Seneca. Eberman moving around to the outside, tries to feed it. She gets it there. So the Eagles progressing up with speed. Hoffaker meets Eberman. Looks like it's going to be Eagles' ball, so Eberman's going to throw it in. She's coming back from that defensive line. Tossing it in, moving back. She skies it in, looking over towards Sims, and Sims just lets that one go right out. So a new Twitter and Instagram account here at the Castle is our athletic directors at Go Knights Sports. It'll showcase all the sports things happening around the Castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on X or Twitter at Go Knights Sports. Sims raises the arm, ready to kick this one away here for the Lady Knights. Bit of a low sailing kick, looking for Shinseki, can't get it there. Hoffaker's going to play it on a bounce. She's cornered by 2 Eagles. She chips it forward, but that one's going to be out on her. So now a throw in here coming for the Golden Eagles. Hoffaker still battling on that far side, gets it away, trying to push it up towards Shinseki, can't. Now Hoffaker going one-on-one on that far side. And it's going to go the other way.
You know, that initial throw in there from the Golden Eagles felt like there was a bit of impatience there. It got intercepted pretty quickly.
So now Sterling trying to work it up as that one gets hit out of bounds. It'll be Golden Eagles possession. Not as high scoring to start as last matchup. Sterling winning 8-1 in that one against Pinelands. It was a fun one to cover here on the turf. Definitely a great start for the Lady Knights, but now the Golden Eagles trying to apply some pressure. They take a shot, nicely blocked there by Simpson. Hoffaker has to push this one out and does. Zazada trying to chip it up towards Troilo. That one knocked down by Seneca. They're trying to keep the pressure on. Simpson coming out of her crease and makes the easy grab.
I mean, many grabs that Sims make aren't quite easy, I feel as though that can be the case. We call her the brick wall for a reason. Not much gets past her, and when it does, she really doesn't tend to let it happen more than once per game. The only exception I've really seen being against West Deptford in that 4-4 draw.
But even then, both sides high scoring in that one. Both goalies who are super talented, having their own struggles throughout that one. That was senior night for the Lady Knights, which was a 4-4 tie. The winner of this one will go on to face either West Deptford or Middle Township. Still awaiting the victor of those two teams. So here comes a throw in here for the Golden Eagles. Hits off the head of an Eagle, but this one's sent back into the defensive line. Zazada trying to apply pressure, can't. And now Dram trying to mix it up between 2 defenders. Shinseki cuts her off. Shinseki trying to advance Baker, does it well. Baker has to get to it. Tries to play physical off the defender. Sterling says they have it, and they do. So a throw in here coming for Baker. She's looking towards Zazada. Zazada was a playmaker in the first game against Pinelands. That one taken away from Baker as a nice defensive play on that far side is made. It's hit out, so a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Hoffaker trying to toss it back in towards Baker. This one hit up. Zazada hits it with her head, trying to advance Shinseki. Shinseki looked like she wasn't ready for it. Dram skies it back in. Zazada there to pressure. It gets past the Golden Eagles. Zazada hits it back. Troilo trying to fight for it, and that one easily scooped up by Jenkins.
Not much is going to come out of that one there. Jenkins was there pretty quickly for the quick scoop up there. I feel like there needs to be a little more support on the attack. I feel like it's really been only Troilo in that kind of striker position thus far. I feel like someone else needs to move up, give her a pass, and stuff like that kind of continues to happen throughout the game.
The Eagles trying to move forward. This one nicely played by Simpson. Simpson, NJIT commit, going in for Division I soccer. One of the best players on this Sterling team by a wide margin. The Eagles progressing up. This one hit to the far side, looking for Cantando. This one hit up. There'll be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Byrne going to throw it in. Byrne had 2 goals in the win against Pinelands round 1. Opened the scoring and finished the scoring for the Lady Knights. So now this one being played on the border here by the Seneca Golden Eagles. Trying to cross it in, deflected by Shinseki. Revatus goes up to play it. Rhoda challenging on the outside, deflects off of her as well. Seneca still trying to chip it in, haven't been able to so far. Byrne pressuring on that far side as Seneca moves it back towards Scafidi. Hoffaker looks like she can't find it. A big opportunity here for the Golden Eagles, but that shot didn't have enough on it there by Zaradnik. And Sims makes the easy save.
It wasn't like Zaradnik made a bad play at all. It's just she had to deal with both Simpson and Hoffaker going against her. Defensively, it was a little too much pressure to shoot through, and Sims has a pretty easy collection off of the pressured shot.
So Sterling definitely looking to pick up the pace a little bit here. Started the game pretty hot with a big opportunity by Troilo, but since then haven't had the juice to get another one. There's been opportunities, but they cannot get that same amount of chances they had on that first one. Byrne going one-on-one in the midfield. This one over. Trying to chip it forward are the Lady Knights. Looking for a handball. It does get called. Hit off the wrist of an Eagle. Looks like that was number 5, Maddie Schwartz. So that'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights. Simpson going to take it. Definitely has a rocket of a leg. One of the senior captains for the Lady Knights as well. She raises the arm, approaching the ball, and she's trying to send it. Gets it into a good spot into the attacking zone. This one deflected out by Seneca. Lily Byrne, the first one to it in the Lady Knights uniform. Played well from behind by the Golden Knights. By Catando.
You weren't going to get a much better tackle from her.
Yeah. Easy, girls. Troilo over towards Byrne. Byrne moves her way around, trying to get it back towards Troilo. This one hit off of Troilo. It's going to be thrown here for Seneca.
Take a look here. Trying to save.
Whoa!
It was a good block, but still results. Oh, the throw in for Sterling appears to be a call.
No, this one, while we were watching the replay, it was the action was going on, and it was a throw in for Sterling after that.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So now Seneca moving up. Shinseki trying to chip it forward, but Seneca boots it back. Elise says no way and heads it back in. This one trickling out to the outside. Hoffaker approaching to challenge on that outside. Seneca moving up. Baker trying to go leg and leg on the outside there. Rhoda cuts off Hoffaker. Tries to send this one forward towards Baker. Baker gets cut off by Seneca. That one hits off of Baker, so it will be a Golden Eagles throw-in. Golden Eagles taking their time here. Shinseki pressuring from behind. Shinseki trying to send this one the other way. That one blocked down. The Golden Eagles moving forward. Looks like it'll be a throw-in here for Seneca. So a really wing-based game so far in this one. Haven't seen a lot of trouble through the middle. Sterling doing a good job of containing to that outside, but yet have not had much pressure of their own.
No, and I feel like the only real time the middle became an issue is that initial start with Troilo, who had to cut through the middle, but it ended up resulting in nothing.
That was a nice play there by Simpson. Troilo once again trying to cut through the middle. 2 back for Seneca and 2 up for Sterling. And Seneca makes the right passing decision. Seneca trying to get something started on the offensive side of the ball. Sterling's defense doing a good job of limiting that. Rhoda playing physical as she always does, trying to push past the Golden Eagles. But now they get it out to the outside, trying to move up into the offensive zone. A little bit of give and go as Seneca gets to it first. Trying to cross it towards the middle. This one played well by Simpson, but gets it out to the outside of the box. Looking for Dram. This one cut off by Seneca. Simpson moving up. And a big shot taken here by Seneca. Maddie Sims jumps up and get it, and she makes the easy catch.
I mean, Sterling definitely didn't get the best clearance off of the initial first attempt. So that second attempt was a bit of a, I don't know, I don't think it was a very, common shot you'd try to take in that situation. I think you got to try and play it up a little more to make anything happen there.
So Troilo moving up, getting pressured from behind. Nicely played there by the Golden Eagles. Rhoda with a physical shove to the ground. They say play on. Rhoda to Baker. Baker trying to look cross towards Troilo. This one skied out by Seneca. Urvadas plays it. Hits back, and Elise going into a foot race and wins that one as it deflects off of an eagle. And it will be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Nicely played there by Simpson, who's been on fire today.
Yeah, Simpson's had a pretty good season, for the most part. Outside of a couple games she missed on injury, all her appearances have been pretty quality throughout the year, I'd say.
Definitely quality. And again, Simpson, NJIT commit, playing Division I soccer. Definitely just an absolute star in this defensive line for the Lady Knights, and has been for the prior, let's say, 2 years. So this one chipped up. Zazada in the midst of many Golden Eagles, and now it'll be a free kick. It looks like a leg got a little too high there on Zazada.
Take a look again if possible. I mean, it just seems a bit of a high check anyway.
Yeah.
It's a pretty obvious free kick, no matter what the referee wants to call. The free kick's very obvious. You got to let that one happen.
So now Simpson with a big opportunity lined up at around the 20-yard line. Has a wall in front of her, trying to cross it in most definitely. Simpson winds this one up, tries to boot it. She boots it to the far post, looking for Taylor Baker. This one headed to the far net, and it's in! Taylor Baker catches in for the Lady Knights off of a beautiful kick from Simpson, and they get the 1-0 advantage with about 15 minutes into this first half.
Her second postseason goal. You take a look there, a great serve from the free kick, and Baker, wow, with a strong header into the bottom right corner. Great play off the free kick. You'll love to see it.
Her sister had the big goal in the Coaches Cup last year, and Baker already starting off hot in this playoff with her second goal to make this an early 1-0 lead for the Lady Knights. The neon kicks have given her some spark in this one as Sterling cashes in on that free kick. A beautiful set from Elise Simpson. Finds Baker on that far post, and Baker cashes in on the huge gamble.
I mean, if you're going to play off of a free kick like this, you don't need to wear neon to get noticed. It was a great header. There was no way Jenkins was going to save it off of that. It was a really strong, powerful shot there.
And Jenkins, it's been a really, really good so far, but just perfect placement there by Baker. Baker definitely using her size as well. Definitely one of the taller girls on the field to extend past the Seneca defender. And what a start for the Lady Knights as this one chips into Sterling's defensive zone. They clear it out.
Take a look one more time here. Simpson has a really clean, long pass there, and it goes. There's a bit of a miscue, but it didn't necessarily matter as that back post was, pretty Sterling-sided with 2 players there that could have gone for it. Baker had the right angle, and she took it and put them up 1-0.
And again, just what a kick from Simpson. Put it right in the right spot at the right time. And definitely, Max, as I commented pregame, talking about how this chemistry has evolved, Baker wasn't someone who saw any varsity time last year, or barely any, and now has 2 playoff goals in this one, and that one coming from a senior, Elise Simpson, who she didn't have much chemistry to prior to this season.
Yeah, her and Lily Byrne have really, come into their own over the past year here, and I feel like they have showcased it very well in these first couple of rounds thus far anyways, obviously with 2 goals from both of them overall postseason now. very good starts for them.
But now a free kick coming here for Seneca at around the same spot, maybe a little bit more into the zone. Nope, right at the same spot as Elise Simpson took hers. Right at the 20-yard line. Seneca facing a 4-girl wall. Troilo comes into the midst. They're definitely trying to get something in the box here to try and put themselves back in even strength with the Lady Knights. The wall backs up to around the 10-yard line, giving her some room. It looks like it's Fian. Fian winds up, takes the shot. This one is just going to sail high on the uprights. And they could not convert on the big opportunity.
In terms of soccer, it wasn't really the best. I do think that it had the power, but it just wasn't going to dip in good enough succession to where the players were going to be able to get there. It's a bit of a rough one.
So Fian making the wrong decision there for the Golden Eagles. Was played at exactly the same spot as Simpson's was, right at the 20. Eagles declare to let Fian work her magic. She is the leading goal scorer for this Seneca team. She has 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points on the season. So definitely they're stars. So they were going to let the star do her thing, but just a little bit too powerful on the shot. So now Sterling trying to get offensive pressure once again. They're up 1-0 in this matchup. A little bit under halfway through this first half here, unofficially. Sterling's goal coming from their sophomore Taylor Baker, who had a goal in the last game against Pinelands and now gets her second of the playoffs in a big game against Seneca. Just such an impressive start for that young sophomore who had maybe 1 or 2 goals throughout the season and already matched that in the playoffs. Make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19, where we have live sports updates, all the fun things happening around the castle, and all the information happening, important stuff for you parents at home. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. Byrne moving up here for the Lady Knights. She's trying to chip it, but nobody home there in a blue uniform. Sterling trying to move up. This one chipped forward. Simpson on the back of Fian. Taken down is Fian. Troilo trying to chip it forward, but crossed out there by the Seneca defense. Dram going one-on-one in the midfield here. Now Seneca trying to move it up with Cantando. Seneca with some room. Fian trickling back behind the Sterling defensive line, but she can't play it right. And now gets back on her foot. She chips it back to Cantando. She can't get to it. Byrne crosses it out. This one hit out off of Byrne, so that'll be a throw in here for the Golden Eagles. Cantando gets it in for Vincent. Vincent going against Revatus on this close side. Cantando gets it back towards Fian. Fian going one-on-one here with Byrne. Fian gets it to the outside, played off of a Sterling defender. Baker trying to chip it forward. This one deflects off the midfielder. And now Seneca trying to move up with speed as Hoffaker crosses that one out. That one deflecting off of Hoffaker, so it'll be a Seneca throw-in. So we're halfway unofficially in this first half. Sterling having a 1-0 advantage in this second round Group 2 matchup between them and the Golden Eagles. It's a revenge game from that last year's championship as Seneca knocked the Silver Knights out. Make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19, where we'll have funny pictures of us here at Tech Crew, all the fun things happening around the castle, including the Sterling Lady Knights. Make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. So we just got word from the truck that West Deptford has won, and they will be moving on to face the winner of these two teams. They won at a final score of 8-1, and they will host these two teams in the next round, or one of these two teams in the next round, excuse me. This ball advancing up. Zazada moving with pace. Zazada gets the touch on it. Zazada, big opportunity here, looking for the far post, and that one just goes wide. Not sure if Jenkins got a hand on it. It looks like they say she didn't. So it'll be a goal kick here for Seneca, but nevertheless, a huge opportunity there for the Lady Knights.
A huge opportunity, but a narrow angle that you couldn't quite make work there. There was quite a lot of pressing from the Golden Eagles defenders, and while it was, obviously you got to honor the defenders and how they're doing well. If you take a look here, excuse me, great effort, and just couldn't. And it was a good effort, just wasn't all there.
So now Sterling trying to keep the offensive pressure up. Nora Radish in the game now, a freshman for the Lady Knights, scored in their first playoff game against Pinelands. So again, the winner of this matchup will go to West Deptford to play the Eagles at their place after West Deptford beat Middle Township 8-1. Sterling having a few affairs against West Deptford this year. Their first one at West Deptford, they lost 3-2. And here at the Castle for the Lady Knights Senior Night, they tied West Deptford 4-4. That one gets hit off Shinseki. They take a shot on goal. Nicely played by Sims.
Bit of a misplay from Radish trying to get it to Shinseki with that header, but it was just a little too much on the power side, and it led to a possible opportunity that then got halted by Sims, who has had a pretty solid start to this game.
Yeah, Sims had a little bit of pressure by the Eagles so far. Nothing out of the norm for Maddie Sims in net for the Lady Knights. Again, such a great season for her as she notched 204 saves so far, including that round one playoff win against Pinelands.
Yeah, and it's definitely interesting because first round Sterling wins their game to get here 8-1. Now West Deptford continues their streak of home games with an 8-1 win in round 2. I feel like that's been a surprisingly, you see it once, like that's crazy. You see it twice, it feels like more common of a score than you'd expect.
Yeah. So now Seneca trying to advance in the Sterling zone, being down 1 here in this first half. Just a little bit over halfway to play here. Whistle blows, and looks like that one's going to go in possession of Seneca. Maybe a little bit too physical on that side is Zazada. So it'll be a free kick here for the Golden Eagles as they get ready to set up shop. The homecoming queen, Cami Rivetis, playing that outside back spot for the Lady Knights, doing a great job this year alongside Elise Simpson. Montgomery Dram trying to play some tight defense but can't, and the Eagles pull away. The Eagles trying to get something going the other way here, but Sterling still playing that airtight defense as Eberman sends this one deep. Physical play by Rhoda. Whistle blows, and they do get Brooke Rota on the little shelf here. So a big free kick opportunity coming here for the Golden Eagles, seeing if they can capitalize and try and even up this score here against the Silver Knights.
I mean, it was definitely fair press from Rota, but the shove's a little unnecessary.
So now kicking at around the 35-yard line, definitely trying to get something in the box here. A 3-girl wall in front. Seneca raises the arm, looks like it's Fian. Fian crosses it into the box. This one headed over, but easily saved there by Maddie Sims.
Much better free kick on the second time around, but again, just couldn't quite get there. The header didn't have quite the angle or the closest to the net as Taylor Baker's had earlier, and Sims had quite an easy collection.
So now Zazada trying to use her speed to push up that far side. A physical play, knocking down a Golden Eagle. Zazada using a little bit of strength here as we take a look at the replay. And I mention it all the time, Max, a feisty player, a lot of grit, but also a lot of speed. It may not look like it on her stature, but she is a big and strong player.
Yeah, I definitely believe a lot of the players on this Sterling team have strengths like that where they can play a lot more physical and win those types of altercations throughout the game. However, sometimes they do need to keep themselves in check a little better, as there have been some instances throughout both this game, the last game, and throughout the season where they just play slightly too physical and it leads to possession for the other team.
So now Sterling trying to go up the other way, hit down by the Golden Eagles as they kick it forward. Looks like this one's going to stay in possession for Seneca after it hits off Taylor Baker. Coach K barking orders on the bench, trying to direct his girls up the field as we take a look at him there. Taylor Baker throws this one in, hits off of Zazada. Baker has it on her feet, looking towards Dram. Dram now has some open space ahead of her, makes a nice move, makes two players collide, but they press her on the outside as she moves back, gets it over towards Rivetis. Rivetis steps up, gets it back towards Radish. Radish plays with it, makes a nice move, keeps it in bounds, but just for only a moment as the ref says that one was out. There is the freshman Nora Radish again, notched her first career playoff goal last game against Pinelands. As Seneca gets ready to throw this one in here. This one played back into the defensive line. Sterling applying the pressure. Not a great touch on it, so Dram applying the pressure to the midfield now, and that one kicked out by the Golden Eagles. Nice play there by Dram.
Dram has always been a very composed player, and I feel like she's very good with the ball handling. However, it's just a matter of finding passes a little sooner, I feel like, is the only slight shortcoming she's had throughout the year.
Well, good commitment on the ball by Dram as well. I mean, to apply the press and cause a turnover, but now Seneca gets possession back. Constant throw-ins coming from both sides here these past couple of minutes. As we take a look back at the Zazada shove. Just a feisty player. But now the throw-in coming here for the Golden Eagles is now Radish getting entangled on this close side by what looked like Vincent. This one played back by the Golden Eagles. They're having trouble getting this one out of their defensive zone as it's kicked back in by Revatus, and Dram now taking it by herself, taking a shot on goal. This one just hits off of the goal post. My goodness, trying to thread the needle as Montgomery Dram from way far away. Almost had it as well, but this game stays 1-0.
Just stayed at that, peak on top of that strong shot a little too long there. But it was a very good opportunity, a solid chance, and you don't expect to score from there, but the fact she got that close shows that the second goal could be coming any moment.
Jenkins, I don't think she would have had the angle on it as Dram put that in a perfect spot. Simpson in the box trying to make a decision. She takes her time with it, looking forward towards Radish. This one hit out over towards the ball boy. Now it looks like Fian trying to take a shot on goal, and easy collection there by the brick wall, Maddie Sims. Continuing to make these small plays, Maddie Sims coming in big for her team. It's that one, a little curve shot that didn't get the right angle as Sims sends this one back into center field. A nice boot there by Sims. Shinseki comes to pressure along with what looked like Vincent. Vincent has it at around center field, trying to chip it towards the outside. Just goes right in between the Golden Eagles' legs. So a resilient Sterling team throughout the year has an early lead over these Golden Eagles, something that I wouldn't say they were super familiar with throughout the season. They definitely had a few comebacks that they had to overcome. But the Lady Knights trying to sit pretty with this lead so far, and definitely trying to notch some insurance goals.
Well, we saw on Tuesday another revenge win for a soccer program here as one over Cedar Creek for the boys varsity. And I feel like Sterling here with the Lady Knights are trying to follow in those footsteps over the Golden Eagles, and I don't think they've done a half bad job in this first 30 minutes of the first half here.
No, definitely not. And the boys team also in a very similar position as the Lady Knights. Both the 4 seed, both beat their first round opponents. The only difference is now the boys are going against Barnegat. That game going to be tape recorded tomorrow, hopefully posted in the coming days after. Very excited to stream that game. Barnegat beat Collingswood 6-0 this past Tuesday. So they're going to be going against the 12 seed. So little different circumstances between these two teams. This one played well by Jenkins. Zazado is crashing towards the net, but Jenkins calm, cool, and collected and makes the easy grab. She gets ready to kick this one away here for the Golden Eagles towards center field, looking for her teammate. Pressured there by Dram. Dram with a tackle, no whistle. The Eagles moving up. Looks like Vincent gets over to that far side. That one hit out. So Baker going to throw it in here. Baker, the only goal scorer in this game so far in this 1-0 contest between Sterling and Seneca here in the Group 2 playoffs, round 2. Seneca triumphed over Overbrook with an 8-0 score. Definitely a little tighter for these two teams, though. Much more competition between Seneca and Sterling. This one kicked out, played by Dram. She has it on her feet. Definitely some magic could happen. She tries to cross it towards Troilo. Troilo just a little ahead of her, and Jenkins makes the easy grab.
Yeah, I feel like that's been a pretty common theme here where it gets in towards the middle and just Jenkins gets there before Sterling can. And I feel like that's something they're going to have to improve on going into the second half if they can't in the latter half here of this first segment of play.
Another game being recorded today is girls volleyball versus Cinnaminson, a big divisional rival. But this time, it's in the playoffs. Round 2 between these two teams. Sterling beating Delran not too long ago on Tuesday, right after the boys played. Baker gets it out towards Dram. Dram spins, and Dram trying to move with speed. Dram kicking it up towards Troilo. Troilo chips it forward towards Zazada. Zazada ready to take a shot on goal. This one tries to get to the far post, but does not have enough. With Sterling really pressing on the gas pedal here against the Golden Eagles.
It was a really good shot attempt again, a good chance for Zazada to get a shot on goal, but it's a little wide once again. I feel like she's been struggling just angle-wise. She hasn't been given the best shots in that regard. But other than that, it reached the net just a little wide there.
Allison Brown checking in this game here for the Lady Knights. Troilo and Zazada stay the two strikers. Troilo plays this one nicely off her head, kind of falls over the ball there. She kicks it out towards Allison Brown. A nice resiliency play there by Troilo, and that is a foul on Allison Brown. That play made right there by Antonia Troilo. Falls, but keeps the play alive. What a play there by the Lady Knights.
I mean, it was a really good effort there. Especially, Allison Brown has been very good over the past couple of games. She got one of her first goals, her first goal,
yep.
You know, on Monday, and I feel like she's going to continue to improve upon that.
So now, yet another free kick here for the Lady Knights. This one taken right outside the box here by Simpson. The wall in front of her. 3 girls. Lady Knights lined up at the back post. This is how they scored their first goal. Result of a Elise Simpson free kick to Taylor Baker. Waiting for the ref signal. Whistle blows. Simpson raises the arm. Ready to kick this one away. Looking towards the back post. Gets a nice touch on it. Looking for Troilo, and that one just hit over the net. They got what they wanted. They could not capitalize, and this game stays 1-0.
It's another good serve from Simpson there. And
that was beautiful.
It's just a little better on the pressure side of things from the Golden Eagles to prevent anything from happening there.
Yeah, they had Jenkins crashing out of the net. And just so close right there. Troilo definitely getting the right touch on it, but just a little too hard. And now Dram coming the other way, taking a shot on goal. Jenkins dives for it, but that one was wide anyways. Sterling doing a great job in the neutral zone right now, taking away the ball from the Golden Eagles, causing a lot of these turnovers. And they've been on the offensive side of the ball for probably 5 more minutes now.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot harder for the Golden Eagles to get, to play on the offensive throughout this first half, and I think that's been their main struggle. The defense has been good, but the ability to turn that good defense into offense has been the struggle.
Shinseki with a great touch up towards Troilo. Now Troilo moving with some room. Troilo cuts back, trying to move her way past another defender. She gets found, hit hard. No ref, says that she got ball. Looked like a pretty physical play to me. Montgomery Dram moving up upon this far side. Sterling still applying the pressure. She tries to cross it towards the middle. This one played out by the Golden Eagles, and now they're looking to set up shop going the other way. They kick it forward, looking for Fian. Fian playing it at center. She gets it back. Now the Golden Eagles trying to apply some pressure in the offensive zone, but it's a throw-in. We're going to take another look at that play on Troilo.
We see that Troilo tries to go for a cutback. Can't quite get the ball there. The defender... Yeah, I think she does end up getting on the ball.
Yeah, she does.
But the shove definitely...
Yeah, and it's also a call in the box, and I think they definitely have to be particular in what they call. And I think she definitely did get the ball a little bit. Nevertheless, Sterling, the gas pedal has been pressed, and they are going straight down the highway here in this first half so far. We're approaching the end of it with about 4 minutes unofficially left to play here. Sterling's one goal coming off of a free kick from Elise Simpson to Taylor Baker. Taylor Baker notching her second of the playoffs. And something Sterling definitely wants to do is preserve the ball a little longer, and definitely don't want to give up a goal in these next 5 minutes and go into half with this 1-0 lead.
Yeah. It did, in fact, cost them the #1 seed there, letting up those late goals. But I definitely think they've done a good job, especially keeping it on the wing to maintain that, keep forcing these throw-ins to waste some time, but also, get the possession after those throw-ins. Try to play a tight game in the last few minutes here.
Again, the winner of this one will go on to face West Deptford at the West Deptford Fields. Definitely a big game for either of these teams. This one taken, and that one in the back of the net there by the Golden Eagles. What a shot by Rihanna Vincent. And just as we were mentioning, they definitely don't want to let that one in. Rihanna Vincent picks the corner, and it's now 1-1 as Seneca ties it.
I mean, that was a crazy. I don't even think that was meant to be much of a shot there. It looked like it was more of a pass attempt and ended up getting in the back of the net, as we see here. She gets a good stop on it, uses the foot. I feel like that really was a narrow window to get that to work, and it did.
Brianna Vincent, what a shot. Put a crack in the wall that is Maddie Sims. And just as we were mentioning, maybe a broadcast jinx right there. Just as we were mentioning, Sterling definitely wants to go into half with this 1-0 lead. Brianna Vincent picks the corner against Maddie Sims and gives Seneca the game-tying goal. And Max, it seemed to me like Sterling really was pressing on the gas pedal in the offensive zone for the majority of this first half, and Seneca breaks through towards the end, giving them another goal.
It was a very good shot attempt, and it ended up going in, but it really didn't feel like the chance was there when it was took, which it kind of caught everybody by surprise there.
So Sims lets one in here. Sterling definitely not trying to let in another one before this half comes to a close. And that these last 5 minutes have been pretty difficult for these Lady Knights to close out in both the second half and the first half. Now Tony Troilo gets stripped of the ball, and now Seneca trying to move the other way. They're shifting into another gear here, have a lot of momentum going their way towards the end of this one. This one hit out, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick in favor of the Lady Knights. You can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19, where we'll have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun things happening around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. So now it'll be a goal kick here for Sims. Oh, excuse me, it's already been taken. Now the Eagles are going to play with it at around midfield. The Eagles moving forward. They get it to the far side. Fian trying to cross it towards the middle. This one intercepted by Simpson, and she sends this one away. Oh, poor ball boy is going to have to run for miles as that one got sent behind the away bleachers. Seneca trying to get one more before this half comes to a close as we're nearing the final minute unofficially of this first half. 1-1 the score. Sterling started off the scoring off of a free kick to Taylor Baker, and then Brianna Vincent putting that one in the back of the net to notch this one to a tie. That's Vincent's 7th of the year. Her 17th point is now Seneca looking for another opportunity. That one cleaned up by Sims as she is trying to move with pace up the field looking for Troilo. Troilo trying to play this one on a bounce, trying to get it past Seneca. This one played up. Allison Brown using her speed to try and play it forward. She tries to control the ball. Gets pressure from behind, gets it up towards Troilo nevertheless. Played well by the Golden Eagles. It's going to be a Golden Eagles throw-in here, much to the displeasure of the home crowd. They're trying to move forward. This one, Brianna Vincent once again. Whistle blows. And it looks like that is the end of the first half. What a half it was. Offense galore on both sides. We're going to take a look at both of the goals for each of these teams.
I mean, let's take a look here at this first one. It's a good free kick from Simpson that ends up reaching the head of Taylor Baker. And it goes right into the bottom right corner of the net there. It was a really good opener for the scoring.
And however, I mean, right after that,
we see here a shot that kind of took everyone by surprise while on the field. It was a long ball, about 35 yards out of the net, and it just gets past Maddie Sims over top. Really impressive there.
So first it was Baker, then it was Brianna Vincent. And that's going to take us to close here for this first half. We're going to be right back at you guys with some second half action right after this.
Wake up, today's going to be a good day. Wake up, today's going to be a
Redmond's Revenge.
Susie Banks?
Sean McLear.
What are you guys even talking about? Those are both myths.
Get out of here.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I to do the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake,
young man, they try to tell you.
We try to tell you.
Dude, you trying to win some big money tonight?
Yeah, they don't call me Johnny Wiggles for nothing.
Man, you better not sell me. I had a bad couple of weeks, but I need this money. Let's go win. Have you ever been here before?
Yeah, I have.
Dude, this looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Welcome to Nightlife Casino. I'm Ricky, your dealer for tonight. We'll be starting shortly.
Let's have a good night.
The game is blackjack.
I'm feeling a little frisky. Let's go 200.
Already? It's the first game. Nah, I'm playing it safe.
Round 1 is over. Sir, we've tied. Sir, you've lost. The next round will start in 10 seconds.
I told you not to go all in. What are you doing?
I'm doing what's right. I'm going all in.
You're nuts? That's all your allowance. That's all your money. You're gonna go bankrupt.
Man, I know.
Told ya.
We are united.
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 Adam, you okay? You do know there's like 52 billion pieces of trash on the Earth right now. That's nearly 7,000 per mile. And 42% of that is burned up in the air, causing pollution. Imagine if Earth was a person right now. Dude, you have Google implanted in your brain? How do you know that? Don't worry about me. Worry about Earth. Oh, dude. Dude, I can't believe that. Hey! Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Let me see that ID. Let me see that ID.
I guess I forgot it.
No answer.
Wait, no, come on!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling TV 19 as we are back here with some second round Group 2 action as Sterling and Seneca are tied at 1. We're going to take a look at the goals that, brought us to this point here. The first, this is the second goal. This one scored by Rihanna Vincent was an absolute laser, caught the corner, and I guess it caught Maddie Sims off guard too, playing into the sun. Might have obstructed her view. So there are some of the Lady Knights getting excited for second half action here. And here's the first goal, a free kick by Elise Simpson, which found the head of Taylor Baker, who notched her second of the playoffs and gave Sterling the 1-0 advantage early on, but then Seneca scored to tie it up. So we're going to take one more look at that goal again. Just beautiful placement by Simpson. Found the back post where Taylor Baker brought it home. And we're just getting ready to kick it off here for some second half action between the Silver Knights and Seneca. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the booth. And Max, a great first half for both of these teams. And we mentioned Sterling really could not let up a goal in those last 5 minutes, and they did. So how do you think that will carry into the momentum at the start of the second half?
I'm not sure how much it'll affect the momentum, but rather just the confidence in themselves, because it's happened time and time again with them. And they have to know that, especially now in the playoffs, if you let that happen again, say you go up 2-1, and then you let it go 2-2 in the last few minutes, you go to penalties, that could cost you the game.
Dram trying to take a cross into the middle, looking for Troilo. Troilo couldn't get to it, and that one scooped up easily by Jenkins.
I mean, it was a good shot by Dram, and I think it was meant to be some type of pass, which wasn't right there for Troilo, and Jenkins had a pretty easy stop there.
So now Seneca looking to go the other way. Trying to really get something started here momentum-wise. Start this first half, or excuse me, the second half. This will be a throw in here. Lily Byrne gets it in towards Troilo. Troilo back to Byrne. Byrne weaving her way through a couple of defenders, trying to send it towards the middle. No Lady Knight home. Hoffaker pushing up. She's trying to take a chip towards the net. Scooped up by Jenkins. Troilo collides with her, but it looks like everyone's okay. But a great awareness there from the defensive line and from a freshman there, Hoffaker.
I mean, Hoffaker's had a pretty solid year. It's just, you know, again, freshman. She has a lot of time to hone her skills, and she's already done a pretty good job of it recently.
Take one more look at it. Just a nice little chip. Maybe even looking for Troilo, trying to put a shot on goal there, cause some damage, but Jenkins with the easy scoop. Now Seneca moving the other way. That one gets a hit a little too hard out of bounds, looking for Fian, leading goal scorer for Seneca. A little bit of a bracket update. Haddonfield took down Haddon Heights 2-0, so it'll be Haddonfield versus Barnegat, and it'll be West Effort versus the winner of this game between Sterling and Seneca.
I definitely believe that is a good, you know, telling of what's to come in the next round, because Haddonfield's a pretty solid side, and I can see them being an issue for whoever plays against them in the coming round.
So Sterling would not host if Haddonfield beat Barnegat. They would be away at Haddonfield if they won this game, beat West Effort, and then got to the finals. If Barnegat wins, then they definitely have an opportunity to host here at the Castle, which would be absolutely electric showing for the Lady Knights team, who at the start of the season everyone thought they would count them out, but have really come to show that they are much more talented than the roster seems. But now a big opportunity here for the Golden Eagles. They have to get there first and limit this Eagles attack. Nicely played there by Hoffaker, but now the Golden Eagles still pushing forward. Nice play there by Simpson, and she keeps it within the flag, so it'll be a throw in here for the Golden Eagles.
I mean, it's once again another opportunity for the Golden Eagles to get something done here. They've gotten a lot of these throw-in opportunities, and I feel like they're going to...
Maybe we're wrong. Nope, it's a corner.
It's a corner.
Excuse me.
Still a set-piece opportunity this time around, and another huge one for them.
So Vincent's going to take it here for the Golden Eagles. Early in the second half, she raises the hand, going to send it in, looking for the back post, and that one just a little too hard. Didn't even get a touch on it, either of the teams, and that one just bounced away.
I mean, it's a decent kick from the corner, but just a little too overzealous power-wise, and it goes straight over the heads of everyone in the box.
It's now goal kick here by Maddie Sims. She raises the arm, gets ready to kick this one away here for the Lady Knights. She kind of gets a nice kickoff, deflects off of a Golden Eagle, and they try and keep it in, but that one advances out. This will be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. Barbados going to throw this one ahead, trying to find Troilo. Whistle blows, a little bit of physicality on the side of the Golden Eagles, so it'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights.
Again, I feel like this is the one shortcoming the Golden Eagles have had. They've seen the free kick opportunities from before go pretty well for this Lady Knights squad. You can't let them keep getting them. This is their third or fourth attempt here as the arm goes up. Let's see what they can do with it, but they've been pretty consistently good on them.
This one does advance into the box. Physical play by Troilo knocks down a Golden Eagle. This game has been not chippy, but relatively physical between these two teams. Neither team shying away from the other team's physicality. Sterling may look a little bit smaller in the size factor, but definitely brings a lot of the boom. And Seneca, a little bit larger in that factor, definitely doing their part as well. Hoffaker does a good job of boxing out, but now Seneca still going the other way, minus a defender here. They try and chip it towards the middle. Well played there by Maddie Sims, who comes out of her crease and gets the easy collection.
We take a look here. Obviously, it wasn't the best attempt, and Sims beat out the one person they could have grabbed, but still, solid.
Lily Byrne ready to throw this one in here for the Lady Knights. She's trying to throw it towards Troilo. Troilo trying to use her speed to get there. She takes a tumble. Still progressing towards the ball, being resilient. Seneca peels away, though. Now Seneca with some room. They try and chip it forward towards midfield, and now they are off to the races. A chip forward, looking for Cantando, and back to another Seneca player. Rhoda to challenge, gets it back to Cantando. She's trying to chip it forward. Elise Simpson there to challenge as well. Nice play by Simpson on Fian, But now they try and kick it back towards the middle. Shinseki plays it, gets pushed down. Seneca applying the pressure here against the Lady Knights. They try and cross it, gets a bad touch on the ball. Sterling trying to clear it out. Seneca progressing towards the net. Revadis collides with another player. Sterling trying to get to it first. It will be a goal kick for Sterling. So Seneca applying the gas early in the second half. Sterling still playing some strong defense to start.
I mean, it looked like a pretty chippy play. I didn't know if she got all the ball there, but still, that is what the ruling is, a goal kick. And if you're Sterling, you kind of got to take a second to kind of, you know, wind it back a bit. You can't play that hard because you can get into situations where you give up penalty opportunities.
So now, Lady Knights collect it, trying to chip it forward. Tony Troilo moving forward, and she gets past the defender, and now Tony Troilo off to the races, but that touch goes out of bounds. So a throw-in coming here for Seneca. Play by Zaradnik, and back to her defense. Sterling kind of laying off the press a little bit on this Golden Eagles defense. This one played by Rota out to Hoffaker. Hoffaker chips it up. Played down by the Golden Eagles. Hoffaker goes to challenge. That one hits off of Seneca, and it goes in favor of the Lady Knights. Hoffaker gives it off to Baker. Baker ready to throw this one in. Played well by Seneca. Almost collected by Zazada. She keeps it at her feet. Baker trying to sail it forward towards Troilo. Can't get the correct touch on it. And now Troilo back checking a little bit. Does well. Trying to go one-on-one there with Eberman. Now Lily Byrne on that far side as well. Troilo causes a turnover. Byrne trying to advance Troilo, but she gets called for offsides. Sterling definitely trying to kickstart something here between these two teams. And they do call offsides against the Lady Knights. This one deflects off of Troilo as Seneca trying to push more towards the offensive zone. Byrne on that far side going one-on-one with an Eagle. Shinseki chips this one out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in here for Seneca. Or no, excuse me, that one hits off of the Golden Eagle. So substitutions coming in here for the Lady Knights. Allison Brown and Nora Radish coming into the game here. So the freshman Nora Radish, sophomore Allison Brown coming in the game for the Lady Knights, trying to get some youth spark for this Lady Knights offense. Now Seneca trying to turn up the other way and give themselves some spark as well. This one played out by the Sterling defense. Zazada keeps it in front of her, gets it over towards Dram. Dram finally having the ball on her feet, trying to put a move past her defender. Played well. Dram wrestles her to the ground, and she keeps pushing forward. Dram chips it forward towards Tony Troilo. Tony Troilo with a couple of girls in the box. Stumbles over the ball a little bit, trying to kick it out. Looking for the cross with Radish, and that one well played by Seneca. And now they are going the other way with some momentum. Seneca pressing on the gas, trying to go forward, pushing past Shinseki. Now they are flying forward towards the Sterling defensive backline. They cross it in. Seneca moving well. Pressured on the outside by Hoffaker. They put a nice move across towards the middle. Well played there by Simpson as she diminishes the fire that was pushing up the field. Seneca still playing back, doing a good job there, out hustling the Lady Knights right now. Allison Brown fighting on that far side. Allison Brown winning there. Still fighting is Allison Brown, doing great job hustling as Seneca gets the ball back. Seneca still fighting for this ball here. Allison Brown definitely a little bit out of gas now. Sterling lets that one go out, and what a sequence of events that was there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't know if that's something that really should have happened. I feel like it was pretty avoidable. Troilo just couldn't quite get a good touch for a pass, and it led to a pretty quick rush down from Seneca that's pretty worrying if you're a Lady Knights supporter or team player here.
So Brown was trying to go up along the close side here. That one hitting off of Allison Brown, but it looks like it went right between the legs of the Golden Eagles. That one was close. So now Seneca turning up the other way. Once again, we're about 10 minutes into the second half action between these two teams. Our next TV game will be this Friday. It'll be boys soccer going against Barnegat. That game starting at 2 o'clock. That will actually be pre-recorded, so that one will be coming out on a later date. Probably this Saturday, hopefully. So now the Lady Knights pushing forward. Nora Radish gets a nice touch on it, trying to get towards the defense. She gets knocked down. Brooke Rhoda challenges a little bit too far up. Seneca realizes that she's up, but Sterling does a good job of diminishing the attack once again. So the fire is blazing right now for the Golden Eagles, but Sterling, almost like a fire extinguisher, trying its hardest to put it out. And doing a good job with it, as this game is still tied 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily know if that draw status currently is something Sterling can look at as something to build off of, as Seneca has been, very good thus far in the second half, as we've, in the 11th minute here, at, kind of rushing down the field and adding a lot of pressure from the offensive prowess on this midfield and defensive side of the Lady Knights. They've seemed pretty open throughout the start of the second half.
A nice play there by Revadis to come and challenge. Revadis trying to put a spark in this Sterling offense. Tony Troilo taking it on the far side, cutting back as an outlet there for her. Dram wrestling someone to the ground, no call. So Dram pushing forward. Dram gets sandwiched between a couple Golden Eagles. She gets taken to the ground, no call once again. And now this one being sky deep in Sterling territory, and Sims is going to come out and make the correction.
There was definitely a bit of a physical play there towards Seneca goal, but nonetheless, Sims ended up getting control of the ball back for Sterling, at least for a moment.
And Seneca pushing forward once again. They are really putting pressure to the floodgates for the Lady Knights. Here comes a throw in here for Seneca. This one taken from Zaradnik. She gets this one back inbounds. Shinseki pressuring on the far side. She kicks that one out, and possession goes right back to Seneca. So Seneca still trying to push forward. Taken to the ground as the Lady Knight. Refs let it go. Zazada back. Brushing in the midfield. Shot taken, blocked, and Seneca with another opportunity here. Zazada pressures. This one goes in the foot of a Lady Knight. Seneca right now outworking the Lady Knights. The Lady Knights definitely trying to pick it up, and have been since the start of this half. We're about 13 minutes in. And now Sterling looking to go the other way. Montgomery Dram looked like she just reached a different gear, moving forward, weaving her way through defenders. She gets taken to the ground, and they get a whistle. Definitely worthy of a whistle there. She gets sandwiched between a couple Golden Eagles, and now a free kick opportunity coming here for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, there was no play on the ball there, just a shove, and it was definitely deserved call for some foul play there.
So Simpson ready to take this free kick here for the Lady Knights. Seneca sending another person to the wall. Sterling converted on their first free kick of the game. Simpson raises the arm, ready to send this one in here for the Lady Knights. She gets it on net. That one soaring just a little too high.
You take a look here. She got the arm up. It's a decent hit there. It's just a little too much power, a little too high of an angle.
Would have been 3 points in football, but no points in football. Seneca ready to kick this one away here. It looks like it's going to be Eberman. She gets a low sailing shot, deflecting off of the Golden Eagle. Taylor Baker back in the game, causing mayhem already. Taylor Baker over to Dram, back to Baker. Cut off there by Seneca's defense. They kick it towards the corner. Seneca still trying to keep it in as they let that one go. Smart play there on the outside, making sure that one didn't go out for a corner kick. Sterling still applying the pressure on that far side. Once again, hit out by the Golden Eagles, so it'll be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. It's going to be Revadis. She steps and throws, looking for Dram. Dram kicks it back towards Revadis. Revadis hits it with her head. Shinseki keeps it in front. She kicks that one out, getting pressured heavily by the Eagles. It'll be a throw in here for Seneca. This one hits off of Radish. This one popped up. Played off of the Eagles, so it'll be a Sterling throw-in. Looks like it'll be Revadis. Throw-in after throw-in here this past minute, I'd say. This one chipped forward by Simpson as she gets it out from the wing. Baker trying to sky this one forward. She's looking for Zazada. Zazada almost the first one to it. This one played. Brown with a big opportunity, trying to put this one on net, and it hits off the post. My goodness, another big opportunity for Brown as she's been hustling all game today. almost paid off there, just a little bit off, and this game stays tied.
She definitely, was still pressured by Jenkins on the floor there trying to go after the ball. I think she had enough space to maybe take a second to herself. Still, solid chance, but you do have to take that a little later than she did.
I think Brown was definitely getting pressured by a few of the players there, so I think it was the right opportunity for her. Someone who's been hustling all game this game. Brown's been putting her all out on this turf field and definitely almost cashed in there, but so close, but no cigar. It's now Seneca trying to get some offensive pressure going the other way. Seneca controlled for, I'd say, the first 10 minutes of the second half. Sterling, within the past 6, has done a good job of controlling. As now Shinseki trying to push it upfield, but Seneca beats it to it. Looks like it's Vincent, who is the lone goal scorer for the Golden Eagles. The second leading goal scorer on this Seneca team, just behind Fian. This one played well by 2 Sterling defenders as they kick it forward, but Seneca kicks it right back. Barbados is letting this one go long, so it will be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. And for the people watching on cable, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sterling Channel 19, where we have funny commercials, live games, and of course, those Castle Connections featuring our principal, Mr. Claiborne. So make sure you guys go subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SterlingTV19. Seneca kicking this one over to the far side. This one played off of Hoffaker up towards Brown. Brown trying to take it upfield, muscled off the ball there by Cantando. Shinseki with a physical play, no call. Baker trying to progress up the field. She chips it. A couple of Sterling attackers, but they lay off the gas a little bit. There's Radish pressuring on that song along with Dram. This one controlled by Seneca. Barbados gets it out towards Baker. Baker trying to chip it forward, looking for Nora Radish once again. The young freshman trying to use the wheels to get there. Seneca trying to, or does a good job of getting that one out of the corner. Seneca playing it back into their defensive line, taking it slow, trying to get an attack going the other way. Simpson pressuring Fian in the middle. She takes her down. Whistle blows, and it looks like that one is going to be called on Simpson.
Back.
Max, to me, it seemed like she got all ball.
Yeah, but I think it was more of a call on, not getting up there. But still, I do see it as close, but definitely can be called either way there.
So our next TV girls soccer game will be Monday. It'll be versus West Effort, but a question mark on if we will get there or not. That one will be played at West Effort. And we will try and make a road trip there, myself and a couple of the kids from the TV crew, along with Mr. K. So now, West Effort throwing this one in. This one played forward by Elise Simpson. Tony Troilo coming back from the attacker spot to play a little bit of midfield, help out with the defense a little bit. Simpson moving up, and Seneca kind of sends this one in the end zone and out of bounds. So you guys can go follow our athletic director on X or Instagram at Go Knights Sports. It'll have all the fun updates from sports, all the cool things being added in our sports hallway. So make sure you guys go follow him on Twitter or X at Go Knights Sports. So this will be taken here by Elise Simpson. Simpson having a stellar game so far. Doing a good job of holding down the Sterling defensive line like a fort. Now moving up is Tony Troilo. Hits it off her shoulder. Troilo trying to move up. Takes a stumble. Well played there by Seneca, as they're ready to go the other way. Seneca kicks it forward. Simpson pressuring, and they kick it back. So we're officially over halfway here in this second half. 1-1 the score, both goals happening in the first half, so not a lot of action here in this second half. A lot of midfield play, taking it slow, but both of these teams trying to control enough momentum to put one over the other. This will play by Rota. This one kicked up and just wide for Seneca. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Knights, but a big opportunity. Just as I was saying, not a lot of opportunities for either of these teams. That was a big one for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, it was definitely a really good chance that just couldn't quite take with the pressure on the second shot taken there.
So now Sims ready to do a goal kick here for Seneca. If you're just tuning in, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the booth. Happy to be here giving you guys some Group 2, Round 2 girls soccer between the Silver Knights and the Seneca Golden Eagles. Lily Byrne trying to do a little bit of back check. Taylor Baker does a good job of stepping in front. This one seeps into the Sterling defensive line. Rota comes up to challenge, and it gets past her. Simpson going one-on-one here with Fian. Fian trying to move her way past Simpson as she gets taken down. Whistle blows. That one definitely, Taylor Baker got a little bit too much of Fian without the ball, so it'll be a free kick here for the Golden Eagles. So a golden opportunity here for the Golden Eagles as they look to try and take the lead over the Silver Knights. Fian's going to be the one to take it, the leading goal scorer for Seneca. She has 8 on the year. She boots it, looking for the back post, has a couple of girls. Simpson cuts it off. Simpson absolutely electric in this game as she goes for another slide tackle, pressuring Fian in the back line. Simpson kicks it up. Shinseki over on that far side. Shinseki trying to kick it out. Gets it over towards Byrne. Byrne controls it in front. Byrne going one-on-one on that far side, physical. She gets it stripped away. Simpson comes in with a slide tackle, and once again, Simpson standing strong. As that one gets hit off of Byrne, it'll be a throw in here for Seneca. Seneca trying to control. Byrne still on that far side, battling along with Revatus. Revatus trying to contain. As that one hit out. So that'll be a throw in once again here for Seneca. Simpson takes a girl to the ground. No call. Tony Troilo trying to step up. A big shot taken here. Blocked there by Taylor Baker. Troilo trying to dribble it. Has Allison Brown as an outlet. Almost gets it taken away from her by Golden Eagle. She tries to keep it in. It'll be a throw in for Seneca. This one being taken by Schwartz. That one hit out, and it'll be a Sterling throw in here for these teams. You can follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19, where we will have all the fun updates around the castle, all the updates on sports, all the updates about important things you parents need to know. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook on Sterling Channel 19. This one thrown in here by Hoffaker. Played forward by Troilo. Nobody home for the Lady Knights. This one played up by Strobel. Seneca getting it back into their defensive line. Nobody home there for the Lady Knights as they try and progress forward. Taylor Baker hitting this one out. Sterling definitely on their heels a little bit as Seneca's really been taken to them in the second half as they kick that one out. You guys can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. We'll have funny pictures of us here in the tech crew, all the fun things happening around the castle, and more important things you guys need to know. So make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. A lot of promos in these past couple of minutes, a lot of stoppages for throw-ins or free kicks of that sort. So here's one by Maddie Sims, and that one a bit of a low-sailing ball looking for Shinseki. Didn't get all of it, so now Seneca taking control once again. Seneca going to around the 30. Moving forward, a little bit of a give and go works out for Seneca. They get it towards the middle. A big shot being taken here, blocked by a couple of Sterling defenders. Cesada sends this one away. Sterling still looking for that pressure. Now this one will be scooped by Sims. Poor Max hasn't had an opportunity to talk for probably the last 5 minutes. It's been nonstop pressure here by the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely think that the pressure has led to, they've been on the wings the whole time, and they keep giving the Golden Eagles these throw-ins, and I do believe that's going to be one of the main reasons if we see it go to penalties, why they couldn't score. Again, either side, because it just kept going out of bounds. They couldn't get a full, motion of either pressure or not pressure.
Now here's a big pressure moment here by the Golden Eagles, and Sims stays calm, cool, and collected. We don't want to jump to PKs just yet. If it pushes past the second half and it goes into overtime, we still have 2 halves of overtime, 10 minutes golden goal, and then we would approach PKs. We don't see PKs in the regular season, but if it gets there, we have to decide a winner here in the playoffs. So we would see PKs between these two teams, but we're nowhere near that yet. She's still got plenty of second half action to go. Baker takes someone down, no call. Baker trying to chip it forward here for Troilo. Troilo trying to outleg the defender, and that one's nicely played there by Jenkins. Still on the foot of Montgomery Dram. Sterling trying to keep up the pressure. Dram with the big shot. Jenkins has to play it well, and she does.
Take a look again there. Baker with a good feed through to Troilo, who was really in touch with that defensive line of the Golden Eagles, but just couldn't quite result in what they wanted. As we take a look again, it's a really nice pass to Troilo, and just the keeper Jenkins is there before much else can happen.
Jenkins doing a good job facing the sun on her side of the field. I had to poke my head out and see which way the sun is pointing, and all sources show that it's definitely raining right on Jenkins. So facing the sun aspect a little bit here in this second half. Sims had to deal with it in the first. Simpson pushing this one over towards Byrne. This one hit out off of the Seneca player. So now Sterling advancing into the offensive zone. Byrne takes a few steps, throws it, looking for Dram. This one intercepted by a Seneca player. Another throw in here for the Lady Knights. Our next TV game, it'll be a pre-recorded game. It'll be Soccer Playoff versus Barnegat. That game starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. The stream will be posted a little bit later on, as here's a kick by Montgomery Dram looking for Troilo. This one cleared out off of Seneca. And now, Seneca looking to go the other way. A bit of a 4-on-2 rush here by the Eagles, waiting for the cavalry to appear. They chip this one forward. Played well off of Vervatus. Shinseki has it. Pushing it forward, looking for Zazada. Zazada meets it. Gets it over towards Baker. Baker has it on her feet. The neon green cleats. She pushes it forward towards her best friend Lily Byrne, and that one just goes out of bounds.
I feel like there's been a kind of decline in the coordination we saw for the majority of that first half from Sterling. Ever since that first goal from the Golden Eagles, they just kind of have lost that spark they had for that first half an hour of play.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been a little bit of a slower second half for the Lady Knights. Definitely still playing some good defense, but as we say, Max, sometimes a quiet day on defense is a really loud day on defense, and it's kind of been a louder day on defense for the Lady Knights, so they got to find ways to get the midfield going and stop some of the momentum coming towards their defensive backline. It's now Seneca pushing forward. It's Hoffaker and Quintanda. That's been really the matchup throughout this second half and the first one as Rota comes in, gives a little shove. So it'll be a throw in here for Seneca.
This is another instance in this game of Rota being slightly too physical that leads to
she made it work.
An opportunity. It did end up making it work, but still could have been something if they weren't so close to the edge there.
Yeah. She makes it work. Rota, it's been physical all season. Definitely is a little reckless at times, but definitely good uses. Simpson gets called for that one, and a big opportunity for the Eagles coming here. This Sterling defensive line becoming a little bit undisciplined as the pressure has been on them for the majority of the second half.
It was just the wrong time to try and take a tackle there, and it leads to a free kick that could give these Golden Eagles a late lead that they could move into the second round with, or move from the second round with anyway.
So they have it at the 20. They have it at the 20 here for Seneca. Looking for a big opportunity here. Try and put them over with one goal. This one taken. Sims plays it in a nice collection there by Maddie Sims. Definitely a scary opportunity, but Sims keeps it calm. And Sterling trying to send the cavalry the other way.
I mean, it's why we call Sims the brick wall. Nothing gets past her, especially in those high-pressure situations. She's been very good all year. You take a look again. It's a very good free kick, but Sims is just that bit better to get the stop there.
Good job stepping a few inches inside the net to play that one. Giving herself the room needed to make the nice play. I mean, Max, I don't want to critique Maddie Sims. She's just a ridiculously good player, but I wouldn't say nothing gets past her. It is a 1-1 game here at the Castle.
So not much.
Not much, yeah.
That's what I mean to say anytime I phrase it that way.
I was just messing with you. So now Vervatus throws it in. Allison Brown is having a pretty good game in this game so far. Finds Troilo. Troilo out to Zazada. This one chips off of a few Golden Eagles, and she gets pressured on this outside. She has to kick it back. Hoffaker plays it. Gets it back over to Baker. Baker has to weave her way through a defender. Can't. And now this one hit forward by Seneca. Baker trying to pressure. Sterling looking a little out of place, almost, it seems, and definitely not as clean and precise as they were in that first half. So now it looks like Allison Brown going to be the one to throw it in, getting orders from Coach K. She throws this one in looking for, looked like Montgomery Dram. Hit forward by Elise Simpson. Physical play, and Simpson gets taken down, so it'll be a free kick here for the Lady Knights.
I mean, they've been pretty consistent on free kicks, if anything, throughout this game, and it's a pretty blatant one to call. It could be a huge opportunity if they make this one work.
So Simpson, from the other half of the field, trying to send it in all the way. Simpson boots it, gets a great touch on it, looking for Allison Brown on that far side. Allison Brown trying to get to it, cut off by a Seneca defender. They try and keep it in. They cannot. So a throw in here for the Lady Knights, trying to throw it towards the middle between Troilo and Brown. This one played by Seneca first. Trying to touch this one up the field, and they do. Not a lot of Sterling pressure on that midfield, which is where Seneca was going with that one. They try and push forward, seep into the Sterling defensive zone. Simpson plays it up towards Dram. She gets pushed off the ball. Nice play there from the Seneca defender. Dram trying to keep the push going, can't. This one hits back to Rota. Rota sending it up for Baker. This one played down by Seneca. Now they have it at midfield and chipping it forward. Cut off there by Simpson. Shinseki there to meet on the far side. Seneca still keeping up this pressure as we're just under 10 minutes remaining here in the second half.
I feel like they need to make something happen. Obviously, we had mentioned before, you know, in the late minutes of these halves, Sterling hasn't done the best, but I think that this could be the point where that kind of stereotypical ending to these games for them throughout the year can be reversed when they need it the most.
So Brown trying to push forward. Dram has it at her feet, getting pressured by a Seneca defender. Another one waiting to help. Definitely a big tackle there. Whistle blows. Whistle blows against Seneca as we take another look. Sorry, Max.
No, you're good. Dram definitely gets rid of the ball before the tackle happens here. As, yeah, she gets it out, and then the leg doesn't go near the ball. It does get tripped from the back. You know, a very close free kick.
A big opportunity here for the Lady Knights. They have it at just around the 14. So they need about a little bit more than 10 yards to get to the net. Sterling maybe looking to crash the box here. It's going to be Dram to take it. So maybe they're looking for a strike on net, using one of their best strikers, their leading point scorer and their leading goal scorer. 18 goals, 6 assists, 42 points. Montgomery Dram with the game on her foot. She takes a shot, trying to chip it in, looking for a Lady Knight. Played by Jenkins, and Jenkins falls on top of it. Great play there by Jenkins. The Lady Knights crashed the box, couldn't get ahead on it. A big opportunity for the Knights gets destroyed there by the Golden Eagles.
There was definitely a slight slip up not being able to grab it on the initial contact, but still she's able to get to the ball before it goes past her in the net. Great effort from both sides, but the best effort comes from Jenkins there.
So a huge opportunity for the Lady Knights. The Golden Eagles stand strong. Shinseki trying to chip it up. A bad hit there from her. Rhoda trying to get it towards what looked like Cesada on the outside. This one played off of Hoffaker, also hit off of a Seneca player. But they say it was Seneca ball. That one hit off of Seneca, though, and it'll go back to Sterling possession.
This is, again, another back and forth of, you know, getting the ball kicked out and constant throw-ins. I feel like they have to start preventing that and start moving into the midfield, playing away from the wing, because the wing has got nothing.
Baker, who's had herself a relatively great game today, with a nice little nifty move to try and move it up for the Lady Knights. Brown has it on the far side, trying to push forward. She gets cut off by the Golden Eagle, but that'll stay in Sterling possession.
To slowly inch up the field, it feels as though they really need something now or never to make this game get anywhere near their favor.
So now, this one hit down by Dram, hit forward by Seneca. They chip it forward. Simpson plays it at her feet, advances it a little bit forward, and now she is out of the defensive line as Seneca trying to move up. She retreats back. Seneca trying to advance forward. Simpson moving the whole length of the field, does a little bit of a box out there. And Madison Sims makes the easy save. So you can feel the energy in the crowd rising as we're nearing the end of this second half. A 1-1 score here, both teams looking to try and get that game-winning goal against the other. This one hit up by Revatus. Simpson challenges the ball. A little bit of a rainbow move there from the Seneca player, and now a whistle's blown on Reveda, so it'll be a free kick here for Seneca.
Definitely believe there was not much of a play on the ball from the Lady Knights. However, it did seem like a slightly late whistle from the ref there.
So now Seneca has it at around the 30. Definitely trying to make some noise here as the second half coming to the close. It looks like it's going to be Eberman to take it here for the Eagles. A golden opportunity. This would definitely seal it for either one of these teams. She raises the arm, she progresses forward, and she fires. A nice shot on goal. And played well there by Madison Sims. What a nice shot there by Eberman, but Sims keeps it in front, and she's been picture perfect in the second half.
She's been very good at finding where these free kicks are going to land and then capitalizing on getting the catch. She has not let much go through or even near her way through this half.
So now Allison Brown pushing in around the far side. This one hit out by Seneca. So Sterling now with some great field position as here's a throw-in as we're approaching 3 minutes left in the second half. So it's going to be Taylor Baker, one of their stronger throwers here on this Sterling team. They're looking to try and get it inside the box. Baker tosses it, looking for Troilo. Troilo, having a defender on her back, has to make a move, rolls out, trying to get it back towards Baker. This one deflected off of Seneca. Baker plays it, trying to get it towards the corner, maybe looking for a cross. That one hit out by Seneca. It'll be Sterling ball here with the throw-in. It'll be Montgomery Dram. Is it a corner?
Yeah, it's going to be a corner.
So it looks like a corner kick here for the Lady Knights. A huge opportunity as Burns subs back in for Allison Brown. A couple of Seneca substitutions as well. That looked a little bit more like a throw-in to me, but
well, I think it was right on the corner, and they give him the corner opportunity for that.
So a set piece here for the Lady Knights. Time ticking down here. It's going to be Montgomery Dram with about 2 minutes left to play here in the second half. She has the opportunity to seal it. She crosses it in. A great cross, reaching the box. Tony Troilo hits it, and it doesn't get enough angle. Simpson trying to move it back towards Hoffaker. Hoffaker has it on her feet, has to make a move with it quick. She gets it over towards Azada. That one hits off of a Seneca player, so it'll be a throw-in.
I mean, it was a decent corner, but the head just did not have the angle, and it forced them to play outside of the box for a bit there.
So now this one gets back towards Simpson. Simpson moving toward that far side. Nicely hit there by Byrne. Byrne couldn't settle it. Excuse me, that was nicely hit by Simpson. Byrne couldn't settle it. Now Seneca trying to move upfield. It'll be Sterling ball. We're approaching the end of this second half here unofficially. These two teams, both goals came in the first half. Sterling's earlier in the game. Seneca's with about 5 minutes left. This one, Byrne gets it back towards Revedis. Revedis skying it, looking for Troilo. This one hitting off of a Seneca player, and it'll be yet another corner kick here for the Lady Knights. So the Lady Knights definitely trying to move here with some pace.
They keep getting opportunities in this second half, and they've got to take one of them and put it in the back of the net because they do not have much time at all to get this thing done.
So not a lot of time, as Max just said. A little bit under 1 minute left to play here in the second half. The arm raises for Dram. Dram ready to send this one in, tries to get it to the front post. This one meets a couple of Sterling players, probably looking for Simpson, but Simpson couldn't get to it. Zazada plays it at her feet, definitely has to keep it in the offensive zone here. Gets it back over to Dram. Dram trying to chip it in for Troilo. Nicely played once again by Seneca. The game on Elise Simpson's foot. She takes a shot, and that one just goes over the net.
I think it was a little too low of a corner to make much happen for a goal opportunity there. And just no one was really there for where the angle was headed. And Simpson with a bit of a desperation shot towards the end of that little string of motion as Dram tried to get it into Troilo, got deflected, and then just couldn't result in much of anything. It's definitely rough as regulation ends.
So that is it here at the Castle for regulation. And we're going to be approaching overtime soccer here between the Silver Knights and Seneca. We'll be right back at you after a couple of commercials for some overtime soccer.
Can I go to the bathroom?
And welcome back, everyone, to Sterling Channel 19 as we are just getting ready for some overtime soccer between these Silver Knights and Seneca Golden Eagles. Such a great game we have on display for everyone today on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. So we take a look. West Deptford beat Middle Township 8-1, and then Barnegat and Haddonfield also advanced. So the winner of this game will go to West Deptford to face West Deptford. So what a fun game this has been. Myself, Max, here for this journey, watching the girls soccer team go against Seneca. Just for everyone at home real quick, overtime rules consists of 2 10-minute halves. It is golden goal, so the first goal wins, and both of these teams have 2 10-minute halves to try and get to it. If neither of the teams score, we will go into penalty kicks for the first time here this season on Sterling Channel 19. So definitely something to look out for. Myself, Max Zuback here in the booth, happy to bring you guys here some second round action between these two teams, and just what an amazing game it's been.
I mean, it's definitely been some of the, good chances thus far. There's been a lot of near misses throughout the first, moments here. As we see a great opportunity for Allison Brown, just can't quite get the angle on it from here. It's good pressure from Jenkins and from the Golden Eagles as a whole, and it bounces off the post. Could have been a lead-taking, game changer. It just wasn't all there, and there were a lot of instances of it going over the net or just bouncing off that really led to this overtime moment. And obviously, as you said, golden goal. It's very much just take early opportunities, I feel like, in this type of overtime pressure. Don't let pressure get too close. Take the, initiative to get to the goal as soon as you can.
So these Lady Knights, so resilient this year, have gone through so much, losing their star to an ACL injury, learning a completely new team with new chemistries and everything. And now it could come down to 2 10-minute halves and penalty kicks between them and the Seneca Golden Eagles. Definitely such an intense matchup throughout the game. The crowd emotions raising to a high. We have a good amount of super fans out here to support the girls today as well. And just such a fun story tracking these girls. I mean, Coach K always putting them in a position to win, always putting them in a position to succeed. Has taken a team full of, freshmen, sophomores, barely touching any varsity time, with a couple veterans who have, and now propelling them to the next level to be in such an intense game with a team like Seneca.
Yeah, and I definitely believe that was shown through the lone goal scorer for Sterling and Taylor Baker, only, to my knowledge, a sophomore, and she's been very good at what she's done over the past couple of games for the postseason. Another one being Lily Byrne, done very well. Allison Brown's done very well. Yep. It's a really good underclassmen, grouping, and I feel like a lot of it comes from the people who are juniors and seniors ahead of them.
So intensity at a high, definitely feeling it up here in the booth, definitely getting ready for some overtime girls soccer. Intensity is so high right now. I'm definitely feeling it. I'm definitely feeling amped up and excited. A little nervous here. Palms are sweating, but we're getting ready here for some overtime action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the Seneca Golden Eagles. Sterling looks like they're going to start with possession. Troilo at center field, right on the Knight logo at the ball, in that dot at the 50. We're waiting for the official whistle to start this 10-minute half of overtime. Again, golden goal. First goal will win it, and we are off. Troilo back to Dram. Dram trying to sky it forward, looking for Troilo or Zazada. Played well by Seneca. They keep it in front. Baker doing a great job of coming back and pressuring. Baker trying to send it forward towards Troilo. Troilo can't jump off sides, though, and it looks like Jenkins is going to get the easy scoop to start.
A little too much power on that attempt to get a far pass, but they immediately are trying to attack the net, which is exactly what they have to do if they want to come out of this with a quick win in overtime. You don't want to spend too much time, otherwise, you might get pressed all the same. Just bring the pressure to Seneca that they brought to you throughout that second half.
So now Seneca moving up, trying to come up the field. Elise Simpson coming to pressure, and now Seneca breaking through. Seneca with an open shot on Sims, and this one, and Sims makes the diving save. Fian won the one-on-one with Simpson, had some room to go, put a shot on goal, and Maddie Sims came up big. And also a great hustle play there by Simpson to get back. She's having herself a stellar game. This one played by Baker. Baker trying to go back to Montgomery Dram. She gets it stripped away from her. Sterling's defense has to be careful not to pursue up too far. This one played and waved off there by Sims.
2 attempts back-to-back on net against Sterling that have kind of just dribbled right towards Sims.
Sims sends it. Trying to get it up towards Troila. This one tipped away by Seneca, and now Sterling will have a throw-in opportunity. Byrne trying to go quickly, looking for Troilo. This one gets stopped by Seneca. Troilo still applying the pressure. That one gets hit. It's going to be in favor of Seneca.
This is again picking back up where they left off with constant throw-ins for both teams. You can't let that be the narrative again.
So now Seneca skying it towards center field. Simpson almost like a blanket here on Fian. Their leading goal scorer, trying not to let anything slip by. And now this one kicked back in. Now Troilo with some room to go. Troilo getting pressured from behind by Fian, trying to move her way through a couple defenders. Troilo has some grass ahead of her. She takes a shot and she gets knocked down. Frustrated that there's no call on that one. Played in the box there by Seneca. Sterling having to keep their composure as now Seneca trying to go up the field.
And we will take a look at what the complaints are for. And Troilo is currently on the ball throughout it. And there's not much play on the ball there while in the box. It probably could have been called for penalty, but like we mentioned before, they have to be very cautious about their calls in the box.
So Troilo definitely a little frustrated. Again, Sterling needed to keep their composure here as this game has moved on. This one trying to push past Revatus, but she bounced it back in, looking for Troilo. Troilo trying to cut off. There's another one. Didn't get much of the ball again. The ref not calling it. Troilo going to the outside, playing physical. Great play there by Troilo. Again, keeping the composure is key. Troilo definitely running out of stamina after getting knocked down a little earlier. And now Seneca looking to go the other way. Seneca moving with some space. Seneca trying to make the easy pass in the middle. Fian gets pressure from behind by Byrne. As Byrne takes it the other way. They are really letting them play right now, as that was another physical play. And now Troilo moving up the field. Troilo getting pressure from behind. She misses the ball. Gets it over towards Byrne. Byrne kicks it. That one deflects off of Seneca. Shinseki plays it. Shinseki moving up the field. She gets it back to Byrne. Byrne moving with some space. Has Dram to the outside. Byrne trying to progress forward towards Baker. Best friend to best friend. That one played away. Whistle blows. Looked like an injury that was on the field. Maybe a Seneca player a little slow to get up.
Take a look. Not much really showed in the replay that constituted a whistle.
Now, it was a injured Seneca player, I think, or someone who was taking a minute to get up. It looked like it was Cadence Fian. So someone on the Seneca side that you definitely don't want to see as a Seneca coach to go down. Yeah, that's Cadence Fian. Their leading goal scorer. Again, a reminder, 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points this year. It'll be Seneca ball as the ref drops it and they send it the other way. Played nicely there by Simpson, trying to move it towards Troilo. Troilo gets a little bit of physicality, facing a nice play there by Taylor Baker. Back to Baker. Baker has Troilo. Troilo advancing up the field, trying to weave her way through a defender. This one hit back down by Seneca. Byrne keeps it in front, gets it back towards Dram. Dram back to Byrne. Byrne has it at around the 30. She moves it up towards Troilo. Troilo definitely running out of gas here. She's been out the field for a while now. This one getting back to Byrne. Byrne trying to get to it first, and she gets entangled with a Seneca player, trying to hit it out. I mean, understandable. It's been pretty hot outside all day today. Definitely cooling down as time went by, and a big mistake there by Rhoda. And now Seneca trying to go the other way. Now, this one deflected down by Rhoda, hit out by Revatus, so she's trying to advance Troilo up the field. This one hit down by Seneca. They try to advance forward, and that one hit out. And definitely, Max, I mean, because of the turf, definitely much hotter out there than it is, I mean, up here in the nice, cool booth.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We are not feeling any of that heat, which I'm thankful for. It is very hot out there. But we can't say the same for the players who have, it's just been, the sun's been beating down on them no matter where they are on the field. And one of our
athletic
trainers, Sean Clank, says it's about 8 degrees warmer on the turf than it is on the normal grass fields. So it's definitely a disadvantage to the players and their stamina.
So tensions are high as this game's continuing it on. This one hit out by Seneca. This will be a Sterling throw-in. You can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV92, where we have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and cool things happening around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV92. So Sterling still trying to progress up the field here. Boxed out there by Seneca. Playing it back, and now Seneca with the ball with a little bit of momentum. This one kicked up. Elise Simpson challenges. What a nice challenge there by Simpson. She's taken down. Definitely got a little bit of the ball there, definitely to a lot of the fans' displeasure. But now moving up is Troilo. Troilo has Zazada next to her, lost the ball there for a second, so Seneca moving up. Simpson takes a stumble. This one hits off of Zazada. Zazada keeps it in front. Zazada's still going. She gets a little physical with the defender, and that one scooped up by Jenkins. A lot of tension going on here in the stands and on the Sterling bench.
Yeah, if we take a look here, that definitely could have been called, as there was not much play on the ball. But it was pretty close to call if you're a ref on the field.
They are really letting the kids play right now. Shinseki trying to challenge. Seneca moving up the field. Sterling having the majority of the offensive pressure in this in this first half of overtime. But now Seneca moving up the field. Seneca with a seam. Elise Simpson there to meet. Elise Simpson does a good job of closing that one out. Both the players take a tumble, and now this one out for another Seneca player. Simpson gets up. This one crossed towards the middle. Cami Reda's there to play it along with another Seneca player. They take a shot on goal. This one scooped up by Sims.
Clutch move for Sims as the defense kind of let an attack slip through, and she ends up falling on the ball with a slight dive there. Good play.
That one was taken by Vincent, who already has a goal in this matchup. She moved away past Revedas. Definitely had the opportunity. Rota does a good job of applying the pressure as well. And honestly, Max, I think if she got a little bit more on that, that could have been a goal.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely could have been, but there was a decent amount, at least enough pressure to stop a second Seneca goal and a Seneca advancement in the tournament here, and it definitely was a great effort.
So Troilo hits it forward, and so does Zazada. Zazada trying to outleg the competition here, using her speed to get there. She hits down the defender, keeps it in. Zazada crosses it in the middle, looking for Troilo. This one nicely played there by Jenkins. Seneca fans a little frustrated as well. Expected a call on that play between Zazada and the defender.
Didn't expect a call, but I did expect an offside ruling there. It looked a little bit close on that, front.
Jenkins skies this one towards center field. Shinseki and Dran looking to collapse. Allison Brown also out there. The young sophomore getting put in a lot of high-pressure situation. That's a tackle right there. Seneca fans not happy, expecting a card from that one.
As we take a look here, Allison Brown is trying to play on the ball. No, she does get the ball there. It's very close, but it's good with a bit of a toe tap there.
So Lily Byrne checking back into this game. Looks like Allison Brown will be taking a seat. So will Montgomery Dran. So interesting decision to take Dram out in this moment. Definitely high tension in this game. Sterling's defense doing a good job, and now breaking through the Sterling defense. Looks like it was Fian. Nice play there by Rhoda. And she gets taken to the ground, and Sterling lives on to tell the tale.
I mean, another, play that could have led to something huge for the Golden Eagles, but good pressure from the defensive line of the Lady Knights towards the end of the run there to stop anything from going on.
So a rough kick there by Sims, played well by the Eagles. The Golden Eagles trying to advance forward, and now they get a nice little give and go, and the Golden Eagles having a little bit of room. They try and cross it towards the middle, and Maddie Sims, again, makes an easy collection.
And as we're in the last minute of this overtime period one, it's definitely a lot more high pressure. They know they don't have much time to get it done before they go into the second 10 minutes and then possibly penalties. Both of these sides want to get something done as soon as they can.
Nora Radish in the game here for the Lady Knights. This one hit up by Tony Troilo. Still applying the pressure on this Seneca defensive line. This one hit over. Sterling plays it well, keeping it in. Troilo tries to knock it down. She's all over the place. Excuse me, that's Nora Radish. Radish going one-on-one on that far side. That one hit out. And that'll do it here for the first half of overtime. So just an insane amount of opportunities going both ways. The crowd absolutely into it. And Max, I mean, this has been such a fun game so far.
It's been a fun game and a stressful one for the players, the coaches, and the fans.
So the last time we went to overtime with girls soccer in mention, here is what happened.
What an effort from both teams. One for the ages. Eustace, ready. Here's the shot. And swatted away! What a play by Sims.
And now it comes down to Jordan Baker.
What a story this could be. Jordan Baker could not play all of last year due to a torn ACL. Has come back and is ready for the shot of a lifetime. Jordan Baker. Here's the shot. And it's good! Jordan Baker has done it! The shot of her life! And the Lady Knights, for the first time in their history, has won the Coaches Cup Finals. Unbelievable! The superfans surround her as Eastern is stunned.
What a fairy tale ending to an amazing game.
And I mean, just back here in the booth, what an electric game that was between, you know, the girls and Eastern. And that game clinched the first Coaches Cup for the Lady Knights. But now we're here in present day where they face Seneca, trying to move on to round 3 of this Group 2 Finals tournament, where they will go against West Deptford at West Deptford. Both of these teams having a lot to play for, and both teams definitely getting tired as we look at the bracket there. Sterling would go against West Deptford at West Deptford, and then on the other side of the bracket, Barnegat versus Haddonfield, after both of those teams won today. But again, I mean, both of these teams, a ton to play for. Both teams running out of gas. Both teams reaching and grabbing for that last goal. And it's been so close yet so far for both Seneca and Sterling.
And something we haven't really touched on the Seneca side of things, they've won the past 2 years. And I feel like they have a reputation in just their overall sports. They're a very strong sports school, and they want to keep on winning. And I don't know. I feel like they definitely are good. They win a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think they want to keep up that kind of reputation for them. And this has been a pretty stressful game for them if they want to keep something like that up.
When I look at the bracket, and I mean, I look at all the seedings and games, and no matter what, Max, the 4 versus the 5, or like the 6 or 7, or the 1 and 2, always the best games to watch, because these teams are just so evenly matched to the very end. I mean, this has been the ideal 4 versus 5 game between Seneca and Sterling, where so many opportunities from both talented teams, a couple of mistakes, and both of them lived to tell the tale as we enter the second half of overtime.
Yes, and I definitely believe that Seneca knows, because of how well Sims has been doing with closer shots throughout the day, and also overall throughout the season, that if they are to go to penalties and they can't do much in the second period of overtime, it's going to be a tall task. Because, I mean, we saw it in that last clip against Eastern. Sims has come in clutch in that situation before. She knows how it is there. She plans to try and make something like that happen again. There's only one shot it was really out of her reach. Everything else has been kind of only dribbled towards her. It's been good pressure from the defensive line, and I expect to see that throughout. And they definitely have to kind of get themselves a little more self-belief, as we saw in that first overtime period.
So hearts racing, tensions rising, as there's 10 more minutes of second half overtime to play here between Seneca and Sterling. If neither team can cash one in, we are going to go to penalty kicks here. A lot of these girls' first experiences in such high-pressure situations such as this one, especially in playoff time. And now we are underway here for the second half of overtime. Seneca with the early pressure as they started with possession. They get it up on this close side. Revatus here, along with number 11, Zaradnik. Sun setting as this game has lasted a pretty long time. Start time was at 2 o'clock. It is now, we're approaching 4 o'clock here at the castle. 3:54 to be exact. This one now taken up by Seneca. Big opportunity crossed away by Elise Simpson, who hits a little split in style. And now Sterling looking to go the other way. Cesada going one-on-one with the defender here. Has a streaking Tony Troilo. Troilo gets it, hits it with her chest, and tries to turn and go the other way. Has Lily Byrne to her side. Lily Byrne taking it up with some pace. She tries to get it towards the net. And that's an easy scoop there by Jenkins.
I mean, we've seen Byrne score with a couple pretty good goals on Monday, but that was a little too far to try and get something going there. She definitely needed to kind of tone it down, maybe try to get it to Troilo there for something on that right side. Not much is going to happen from that distance.
Now Dram takes it away. Troilo back to Byrne. Byrne trying to move up. Byrne has Troilo, but advances it again a little too far out of bounds. And Max, I mean, that was the Byrne shot that was collected by Jenkins was pretty similar to how she scored on Monday. It was a 3-on-1 with her. It was a 3 against a couple of defenders with her, Adriana Zazada, and Tony Troilo. She got the feed from Troilo, but she could not cash it in.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult angle to score from. Obviously, anything can happen from anywhere, as we saw with the Golden Eagles goal earlier, but it definitely is obviously chances that you don't want to really risk taking, because giving possession to the other team now is way too risky.
Byrne getting it over, trying to get it over, at least crossed out there by the Golden Eagles. A great defensive play there, but man, that was close.
It was definitely the right decision, though. She saw that she didn't have much, because let me try and get it off of her and give us a throw in here, and they got exactly that.
And now, Troilo back to Dram. Dram trying to chip it towards that far post. An easy collection there by Jenkins. Well, I wouldn't want to say easy, but a collection nevertheless, as Jenkins saves this game, as that was perfectly placed by Dram. Wow.
And you saw an advancement there from 15, Zazada, to maybe get a header on that back post, but it didn't go much of anywhere with a really solid save from Jenkins.
Definitely not easy. I meant to say a big save there by Jenkins. Jenkins and Sims both have been solid in this game. This one hitting off of Byrne. Byrne putting her body on the line as this game has continued. It'll be a throw in here for the Lady Knights. This one back towards Revatus.
Yeah, if we take a look, that didn't rise enough to get past Byrne.
This one played once again here by the Lady Knights. They're going to throw this one in. We're about 7 minutes away till penalty kicks. Clock pretty official here as Tony Troilo takes a slip and fall. Dram trying to cut off the defender. The defender pushes past Dram, and now that looks like Eberman moving up with a lot of pace. She's trying to advance forward, seeping into the Sterling defensive line. Eberman trying to cross it in. Revatus kicks it out. Eberman gets it on her foot once again, getting pressure from behind by, looks like Baker. This one crossed in, looking for the far side, played well off of Byrne. Shinseki kicks it forward, looking for Troilo, and now Troilo trying to move up with some speed. Troilo definitely running out of gas here in this one, though. But she collides with the defender. She wrestles off the ball. Troilo moving it up for Byrne. Byrne trying to get it over towards Zazada. Definitely didn't get the right angle on it. Looks like Seneca taking it the other way. Looks like Eberman still on the offensive side, trying to get it over towards Fian. Fian trying to break away. Hofbaker also there. Hofbaker makes the nice play getting out towards Shinseki. Shinseki gets it taken away. Plays it over to Byrne nevertheless. Byrne up to Revatus. Revatus trying to set it up towards Troilo. Troilo kicking it back around, and now turning up the field. Troilo turning up the field, and then is crossed out there by the Seneca Golden Eagles.
And you know, these teams have both been slowly getting more tired and tired in this heat on the turf, and it definitely gets a lot harder to play when you're in such a state of just low stamina and in this much pressure as well from both sides to the other team. It is really difficult, especially with the season on the line as well. A lot riding on their performances here.
Nice defensive play on Troilo by Strobels. This one's hit out by Seneca, so a big Sterling corner kick coming here in second half overtime. Looks like it's going to be Montgomery Dram, the one to take it. Dram taking her time, getting to the ball. Sterling ready to set the box. Sending in Elise Simpson, Fallon Shinseki, Cami Revatus, Molly Hofbaker, and Brooke Rota on the outside. Everyone else inside the box as Montgomery Dram gets ready to set this one up. Dram and Monmouth commit, trying to put the Seneca Golden Eagles away with this one. She raises the arm, and she sends the shot. Looking on that back post, definitely has an opportunity, and that one almost gets to Taylor Baker, who could have done a similar thing to what her sister did here ago and have that overtime clutch gene as we take another look at it.
I mean, she pretty much did have it. She was just a little too far back there. It was a good box out from the Golden Eagles defense, to be completely fair there, and they get a throw in out of it. Let's see what they can do with it.
Baker, born with the clutch gene. She was looking to put that one away. Whistle blows Looks like that one's going to be on Baker. It's going to be a free kick here for Seneca. She's not happy with the ref.
Let's take a closer look in on what had happened. That looked like it was on the ball.
Definitely a little bit too much contact, the ref says, I would assume. It's now free kick coming here for the Seneca Golden Eagles. A bit of a low-sailing shot. Dram trying to pursue it. Dram gets it. Dram has it on her feet, has an outlet to her left. She tries to take it by herself. Dram trying to push past. She tries to put one on net. And that one just sails wide.
There's a bit of a mishap there. She gets the good tackle for the ball, and she really does need to pass it right there. But she ends up taking it for herself. Maybe just a little bit of a narrow vision with the pressure around.
There's an injured Golden Eagle on the field here. Took a moment to get up, but she looks like she's going to be okay. A couple of Sterling staff here to watch. Looks like CJ Barrett in the back, along with Coach Behringer and Coach Marlies, who has a game tomorrow against Barnegat. That game starting at 2 o'clock, but that will be pre-recorded and hopefully posted on a later date. Seneca with the free kick. They're ready to kick this one away here. They get it almost to center field. Adriana Zazada applying the pressure. She's trying to kick it out. Zazada still applying, along with what looks like Montgomery Dram, and she's going to get called for that one after a little bit of a tumble around center field, and a good sport about it as she gets up and gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, there's a bit of a bump there, and she just started doing some bear crawling. Didn't really get much.
So now a free kick coming. A big boot seeps into the Sterling defensive zone. Played well by Revedas. She gets it up towards Dram. Dram kicks it out. A very funny play. Glad she's still laughing about it out there. Now, another throw in here. About 3 minutes. 2 penalty kicks if nothing happens. It's going to be a throw in here for the Golden Eagles. Gets over the head of Byrne. Shinseki on like glue along with Byrne on Vincent. Byrne comes out with it. Great play there by the young sophomore. Physically hit there by number 5, Maddie Schwartz, who is the girl who took a tumble just a few moments ago. Troilo gets it on her feet, getting pressured by Schwartz once again. Physical play, and now Dram cutting up field. Dram looking like a knife between butter, trying to get through this defense. That one hit away. Another shot here by Baker. That one just goes by the post. Mere inches to put that game away by Baker, who's had herself such a stellar game.
Yes, she's definitely kept them in the game with that early goal and done very well on both sides of the ball. It's just, I really feel like that, I don't know if there was much of a shot attempt, and more of an attempt to get it to Troilo, who just wasn't all there on the angle she got. With 2 minutes left before penalty kicks end up getting to your screen for the first time here on Channel 19 this season, it's a risky moment. You got to take every risk you can.
So now Baker has it, trying to cross it in, gets to Zazada. Zazada with the game on her foot. She tries to take it out. She takes another one, and easily collected there by Jenkins. Everyone on that Sterling team was stunned as Zazada had the opportunity to put it away, but shot it right into the chest of Jenkins. It's now Sterling moving back up the field. Byrne trying to cross it in towards Troilo. Troilo with another big opportunity, and Jenkins gets to it first. Once again, Jenkins coming in huge in these past 2 attempts.
It looked a little offside, but still a very good attempt. Last couple of moments here, both coming from Sterling.
Hoffaker moving around, getting it back to Baker. Baker wrestled off of it by 2 Seneca players, and she gets it back to Hoffaker. Hoffaker just going to have to kick it in, deflect it off of Seneca. Shinseki has it, and she's bullied off the ball as well. Seneca moving with some pace, under a minute to go here. And now this one, moving up for Seneca. It looks like it's Zaradnik. Zaradnik gets approached by Sims, and Sims makes the easy collection, but it looks like an injured Lady Knight, and I think that's Simpson.
Yeah, if we take a look at the replay here as to what's gotten Simpson down, it's a bit of a collision as they go for the ball. It's a bit of a shove.
I think it
from
definitely
Zaradnik.
knocked the wind out of her a little bit, but she's okay.
She's all right. A little bit of a wince and a little slower of a walk, but still, she looks all right after the tumble.
So now Sims quickly gives this one to center field, getting it back towards Zazada. Zazada gets the ball hit past her, and that one goes out of bounds by Baker. So we're nearing penalty kick time with about 30 seconds left here unofficially in second half overtime. Montgomery Dram with a physical play. No call, so it looks like Sterling's going to take it. Montgomery Dram moving away past the defender. Montgomery Dram with a big opportunity. This one, Jenkins comes out, and she hits it aside. My goodness, another big opportunity for the Lady Knights where they have controlled the second half of overtime. So close, yet no cigar. And the whistle has blown. So that's it. It's going to be penalty kick time here on Sterling Channel 19. The first time we're going to see it here this year. And I mean, just such a crazy way to get this game out. And I mean, Adriana Zazada had an opportunity to put it away. Countless Sterling players had an opportunity to put it away and just haven't been able to do it. As we look at near miss number 1 here by the Lady Knights, and this was the big one. Zazada pushes it past the defender, and I guess, Max, I think you can put your 2 cents in on this. I think she thought she had less time than she did, and she fired a shot that was accurate, but right into the hands of Jenkins.
Yeah, I believe that it's another instance, kind of how when Allison Brown's shot had gone off at the post in the second half. More time than she did, but the pressure brought on by Seneca kind of made it seem like that wasn't the case. As we take a look at another opportunity again.
This was earlier in the contest.
It's a similar situation where she had time to kind of move herself back while the keeper was on the ground. But you know, obviously the pressure of the situation leads to an impulse decision that led to off the post and remaining 1-1 score. I feel like that's been a very common theme, shot after shot. It's been near miss after near miss that has led to this penalty shootout here.
So Coach K has selected who his 5 are. He knows what is expected. This is a pretty rare scenario between 2 teams. We don't see it in the regular season. All those games would end in a tie, and now that it's playoffs, we need a winner, Max. And here we are live at the Castle, a little bit past 4 o'clock, 4:06 to be exact, and looks like Seneca won. So they're consulting, won the toss, so it looks like they're consulting their coach. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there, but just know everyone at home, Seneca won the toss. So Max, all season we've called Maddie Sims the brick wall, and I mean, now it's going to be time if she can really put an exclamation point to that nickname, as this is the biggest moment for her and Jenkins in probably both of their, I wouldn't say careers because Maddie Sims did have the Coaches Cup, but definitely this year.
Yeah, I think Sims has put on a pretty solid game outside of one shot that I don't think anyone on that field expected to go towards the net, let alone in it. And I think that she definitely has been very good throughout the year and has proven she can play in these situations, as we had mentioned the Cup before. It's just a matter of, can the Golden Eagles bring in the demolition squad to take down the wall and start rebuilding their own?
The 5, much different from last year for the Lady Knights. Not sure who they're going to throw out there. We can almost guarantee Dram and Troilo. Other than that, kind of a big question mark here for the Lady Knights. It's going to be interesting to see who they select. I guess Coach K consulting that at the moment. Also going to be interesting to see who Seneca selects. It would be interesting to see if Coach K selects Maddie Sims to shoot. I mean, as one of the 5, she definitely has the leg for it, has the accuracy. You can use just the 5 if you'd like. After the 5 shoot, you can go with anyone, but a lot of the times coaches like to stay to the script and keep it with their 5. For many years, it was those 5, and you can shoot 5 again, but that's one of the advantages that we have this year. And I mean, for Seneca, we're definitely expecting Cadence Fian. We're definitely expecting Devereaux's had a quiet game. We're expecting Zaradnik, Rihanna Vincent, Catando even. I mean, there's definitely a list of names for Seneca and Sterling that we could see out there that we're just going to have to wait and see here in the broadcast booth. So later this afternoon, we're going to have girls volleyball. They're going to take on division rival Cinnaminson in round 2 of the Group 2 playoff matchup. That game will be going directly after this one. Max Zubak may actually leave me mid-game in this one to go cover that one. And then tomorrow we will have boys soccer go against Barnegat. It'll be the 4 seed against the 12 seed. So there is the next TV game for volleyball, and here's the next TV game for boys soccer. It'll be Friday, November 8th. Starting at 2 p.m., it'll be boys soccer versus Barnegat. That game will be pre-recorded and then posted on a later date. And then today, it'll be girls volleyball going against Cinnaminson. And that game will also be pre-recorded and posted on a later date. So high stress, high tense situation here at the Castle. This game starting to dawn on the close. So it looks like right now, it looks like Dram, Shinseki, Troilo, Simpson, maybe Maddie Sims as the 4 shooters. Be interesting to see if that's the case. And I mean, Max, I would assume it is.
I mean, yeah, I only see 4 lined up there. And as we know, Sims is a pretty strong leg.
Yeah, so goalie is the 5th one. That's something, not going to say we don't see often, but definitely I would personally say a great choice there from Coach K, because Maddie Sims definitely full of confidence and just a great player overall.
Yeah, I definitely think she can keep pretty good composure in comparison to a lot of players that I've seen play throughout the season. She's a very composed player. She knows what she's doing. She's got a strong leg, and I think she's going to know, as a keeper, where keepers least expect a penalty shootout to go.
So a silence has dawned on the crowd, as both teams definitely anxious to see what is to come here in these penalty shots. And the first team to shoot will be Seneca. It's going to be Cadence Fian for Seneca. The first shot of these penalty shootouts. Fian, the leading goal scorer for Seneca. She has 8 goals, 5 assists, 21 points here on the season. Fian moving the ball up, getting ready to shoot here against Maddie Sims. Takes a couple steps, waiting for the whistle. Sims says she's ready. Here we go. Fian, that's it. Sims guessed right, but Fian got it in. So an early goal there for Seneca.
It was a nice, strong, and a little higher up goal. Sims had kind of played for a lower shot and just ended up not going. Speaking of Sims, she's going to kick first.
Oh, my goodness. So Maddie Sims kicking first here for the Lady Knights. Goalie against goalie here. Sims says she's ready. Goalie says she's ready. She takes the shot. And saved there by Jenkins. So goalie versus goalie, and Jenkins comes out with the victory. So now Seneca, yet with another opportunity here after netting the first.
As we take a look at another angle of Sims' shot, it was just a little too low of a shot. If it was angled up a little higher into the top left corner, could have worked out a little better for Sims. Still nice power on it, just didn't quite work out.
So Rihanna Vincent, the lone goal scorer for Seneca in this game, lining up, ready to take the shot. Whistle blows, and she's ready. And Sims gets his right. Maddie Sims! What a diving stop. And she stuns Rihanna Vincent as Seneca misses their second.
Vincent, the scorer earlier in the game, in that last 5 minutes of the first half, but you can't quite get it done here. And it opens up a window for Sterling to even up the scores on these shots.
Valen Shinseki, someone who's really grown into their own on this Sterling team. Didn't see a lot of varsity minutes last year. Now having the big pressure of taking a penalty shot here, or excuse me, a shot here for the Lady Knights. She's ready. She kicks. It's saved there by Jenkins. So Sterling down 1-0 here early in these penalty kicks. Sims giving some advice here to Valen Shinseki.
Definitely a bit of a weaker shot. It was a good angle, but again, Jenkins was able to guess pretty perfectly as it's
1-0 in favor of Seneca. Now shooting, it's Nora Eberman. She takes a shot and she skies it! Nora Eberman missing the crossbar. It is 1-0 in favor of Seneca. So which means Elise Simpson has a big opportunity to try and tie this one up for the Lady Knights. She is shooter number 3 here for Sterling. Elise Simpson, NJIT commit. Division I has a stellar game in this game for Sterling. On that defensive line, Sims has come in well, saving 2. Simpson with a big opportunity. Goalie says she's ready. Simpson winds up. And that's it! Elise Simpson ties this one up at 1, being the 3rd shooter for the Lady Knights. And now Seneca with a pretty high pressure moment here in this one.
It was a nice shot that was guessed correctly, but it gets bounced off the fingertips of Jenkins up onto the bar and then past the line. And Simpson put Sterling on the board in these penalty kicks.
So it looks like that's number 3, Kaylee Fian once again. Or Cadence Fian, excuse me. She takes a shot, and that one gets past Sims. So Cadence Fian nets it against Maddie Sims once again as Seneca's 4th shooter. So now they hold the 2-1 advantage over the Lady Knights. Seneca shooting first. This is kicker number 4. It's going to be Montgomery Dran, the Monmouth commit for the Lady Knights. Has to try and knot this one up. Whistle blows. And Dran nets it.
Dran, one of the most composed players on the Sterling side. She shows it in the shootout.
So Sterling, Maddie Sims with a huge opportunity to save it here. As we're going to say goodbye to Max Zubek for now as he goes into broadcast girls volleyball. So we're back here for kicker number 5 here for Seneca. It's Catando. Catando has a big opportunity here for Seneca. Sims trying to get Sterling an opportunity to win it. Whistle blows. And that one's over the net. That one is over the net. Catando cannot get it in as Tony Troilo, as the 5th Sterling shooter, has an opportunity to put the game away here for the Lady Knights. Catando definitely stunned that she put that one over the crossbar, as it all comes down to the senior Tony Troilo. Tony Troilo, barely impacted by injuries in her year this year, one of the consistent seniors on the Sterling lineup, a leader, someone that these Lady Knights can rally around when Ireland K went down, and just someone of great character. Tony Troilo with the game on her foot, the biggest shot of her life. And saved by Jenkins! What a shot by Troilo. Jenkins guessing correctly, and we're back now to a 6th shooter here for Seneca. My goodness, an intense matchup between these two teams. 2-2 the score in the shootout. Seneca netted their 1st and their 4th. Sterling netting their 3rd and 4th and missing the 5th. That could have sealed it. So we believe that Seneca are getting another player out to take the corner. It's 1-1 now. So if Seneca misses and Sterling gets it, Sterling wins. But if Seneca makes it and Sterling misses, Seneca wins. Since Sterling shot 2nd, they do get the rebuttal. Sterling sending over Cami Revatus, so that seems to be the next shooter after the Seneca shooter. So Seneca getting ready. Maddie Sims also getting ready. Waiting the whistle. Tension building. So there's me, Gracie Scafidi, going to be the one to shoot it here for Seneca. A silence has hushed over the crowd as the whistle blows. Scafidi winds up and gets it past Sims. Sims guessed wrong, and now Revatus has to net this one. Or excuse me, it's going to be Montgomery Dram has to net this one or the game is over. A big moment here for Jenkins. As it's going to be Montgomery Dram, the Monmouth commit, to shoot it here for the Knights. Calm, cool, and collected, awaiting the whistle. And the whistle blows. And she nets it. Beautiful shot there by Montgomery Dram. Poetry in motion, the way she shoots it. So it's going to be Seneca once again. So Montgomery going top right with her option. Jenkins didn't even have a shot. Both teams strategizing now. What is going to be their next move? So Zaradnik going to be the one to take it here for Seneca. Number 11. He's done a great job in the midfield in this game so far. One of the leading scorers for Seneca, as Zaradnik has 3 on the season, 10 points in total. Zaradnik getting ready. Maddie ready. The whistle blows. And Maddie guesses right. Maddie guesses right. Zaradnik cannot capitalize as the brick wall makes the right decision. And now it's going to be Simpson here to kick it. Elise Simpson, NJIT commit. Had a rough time with her knee throughout the season this year. Again, one of these stable seniors. Absolute star in her craft. And just one of these amazing stars here for the Lady Knights. Simpson getting ready. And the whistle blows. And Jenkins guesses right once again. These goalies on fire. Still trying to find the victor here between these two teams. Looks like it's going to be Gracie Scafidi once again here for the Lady Knights. The pressure on these girls is unbelievable. This game lasting well over 2 hours. We're approaching 2 hours and 20 minutes. I could barely pick up my phone. My hands are shaking. Man. This is something crazy. These two teams battling it out to the very end. We've approached penalty kicks. Seneca calling someone off their bench to maybe come take this one for the Eagles. So it looks like number 18, Carly Devereaux, going to be the one to take it here for Seneca. Number 18, she's a freshman. Oh, that explains a lot. The poor freshman. One of the leading scorers on this team, nevertheless. 7 goals, 2 assists, 16 points, but a lot of pressure on the young freshman against an experienced keeper like Maddie Sims. Carly Devereaux trying to make a statement here for the Golden Eagles, definitely facing a ton of pressure just as a young freshman. Devereaux kicks it up, getting ready to place it where she needs it. Takes a couple steps back, awaiting the ref whistle. Whistle blows. And Devereaux passes it in! The young freshman puts it behind Sims. And now this game's going to rely on the foot of Cami Revatus. Revatus doesn't get as much love as a lot of the other girls in her grade do. One of these unsung heroes for this Sterling team. She needs to score here as Sterling's 9th shooter in the shootout. Jenkins, ready, and the whistle blows. Revatus kicks it, and she gets it! Kimmy Revatus with a ridiculous shot right there. So it's now to a 10th shooter for both of these teams. My goodness. Or excuse me, it's to a 9th shooter. Cami Revatus was the 8th shooter for the Lady Knights, so now it's to a 9th shooter. So the 9th shooter for these teams, both teams needing to decide. Taking a look at who it is, it's going to be Cadence Feehan. Once again, Cadence has netted 2 out of the 2 against Sims in this shootout so far. So Cadence Feehan approaching the line. Coach K has come out for the Lady Knights to deliberate with the ref. So maybe, from what I'm taking, you can only shoot a certain amount of times. We do not know. This is pure speculation, excuse me. But I guess it's only a certain amount of times in a certain amount of shots. So once again, we are approached here by Cadence Fian, the leading goal scorer here for the Seneca Eagles. 8 goals on the season, 21 points in total. She gets ready, awaiting the whistle. The 9th shooter here for the Eagles. Sims is ready. Fian's ready. Whistle blows.
And she skies it! Cadence Fian has skied it!
So now it comes down to the foot of one Sterling player, and it's going to be Maddie Sims. The brick wall is going to take it here for the Lady Knights. Sims, just like her sister, always calm, cool, and collected in certain situations. This needs to be one of them. Maddie Sims with the game on her foot, the brick wall now on offense, getting ready here for the Lady Knights. Whistle blows.
And Sims gets it! Maddie Sims has netted it for the Lady Knights, and they move on to go against the West Deptford Eagles. The goalie, in stunning fashion, does it here for the Lady Knights. Calm, cool, and collected as she always is. Maddie Sims, how do you do? Game, set, match. And the Lady Knights have beaten the Golden Eagles 2-1 within 9 penalty shots for both of these teams. Once again, we take another look at Sims' shot against Jenkins. Jenkins stunned her the first time, but that time Sims knew it right away, walking out like an absolute champ. And Sterling is the victor, and they get ready to go against West Deptford, who is the 1 seed in this tournament. So now remaining is West Deptford, Sterling, Barnegat, and Haddonfield. Barnegat versus Haddonfield happens on Monday, November 11th. And Sterling happens on Monday as well. There's another look. Such a beautiful play shot. Anxiety at its highest in this one. Such a big moment for Maddie Sims and the Lady Knights. And I mean, from a team that came from nothing and, you know, not much chemistry, a lot of young, talented players, and now are moving on to the semifinals of the tournament, which is actually further than they've gotten last year as well. Let's take a look from the far camera on the field. Sims versus Jenkins. Goalie versus goalie. Jenkins won the first one. She may have won the battle, but Sims eventually won the war in this one. So let's watch how Maddie Sims reacted to such just an amazing moment for the Lady Knights. As here's a bit more of a close-up here. Maddie Sims just so precise and walked it off like a little champ. Walked it off like an absolute champ. So we'll be right back here on Sterling Channel 19 with a little bit of a post-game show featuring Maddie Sims and a couple of the other players in just a few moments.
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget everything.
It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. Alright, I gotta go. Have a good day.
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even going for that long.
Back here on the turf field after Sterling takes a 2-1 victory over Seneca in penalty shots. And we're here with two of the girls that I think had one of the best games. And first, Taylor Baker. And I mean, Taylor, you netted your second career playoff goal in this one. How did it feel?
I was really excited. I just had a big adrenaline rush, and I was just like, if I can do this, like anyone can, so.
And I mean, ever since the playoffs started, you've turned into someone who's been a real difference maker, whether it's been on the defensive side or the offensive side of the ball. Is there something that you do preparingly that differs the regular season from playoffs?
I just know like this might be the last time playing with girls I've been playing with my whole life, and I don't want it to end so fast. So I'm just like giving my best out on the field, and I just makes me motivated.
And some chemistry that I picked up on between you and a lot of the girls, one specifically Lily Byrne, you guys find yourself finding each other a lot. Mm-hmm. How does, outside of the soccer field help with inside on the turf?
We're just best friends on and off the field, and we just have connections with each other. I don't know.
And I mean, when Maddie netted that shot, how can you describe that moment in going through you and the bench's, minds?
We were so excited, especially since it was Maddie. Maddie has an assist and a goal this season. And so we knew we had to win this. Like, they took our season away a couple times already in the past couple years, so it's just really exciting, and our goalie made it. So.
And I mean, moving on to West Deptford, I mean, definitely a tough matchup. You guys lost before and then tied with a very high-scoring affair. Mm-hmm. But if there's a team that can do it, it's your team. How can you describe you and everyone's resiliency throughout this season?
I think we just have to keep pushing. Like, we don't want this season to be over. No one does. Like, our team is so close, on the field and off the field. We're each other's best friends. So we just want to keep getting as much playing time together as we can.
And just another fun question: do the green cleats give you magic? You've been on fire since you put them on.
I guess so. And been a little sad lately. We're boys. So.
So I hope you feel better, Taylor. Thanks for coming on. And last, it's Maddie Sims. We all knew she was coming on, and she's definitely here. And Maddie, you've had a lot of great moments beyond your career, and Brick Wall, all these names that have been tagged onto you. But not only did you get it done inside the net, you got it done with your feet and scoring the game-winning goal. How does this feel for you?
Honestly, it feels so amazing that all the hard work that not only me but my teammates put into practice paid off. And, I just played with confidence and effort. And, when I kicked that ball, I knew it was going to go in, and, I won it. And I'm proud of myself and proud of my team because we move on.
And last year you guys had a stellar defense. You yourself were amazing. This year, you guys lost a lot of those players on defense, and you guys gotten further in this tournament than you guys did last year. How does it feel to show this group's resiliency and just how the youth has helped you guys in such a tremendous way?
Honestly, I think it's going good because we have a lot of underclassmen now, not upperclassmen, and just seeing both sides on how we play the game of soccer, I think really has adjusted us to playing other teams because, you know, other teams can have freshmen, seniors, you know, but I think just taking it in and adjusting has really helped us.
And you let in a goal at the end of that first half. And I mean, to come out in the second half and in penalties and in overtime and do as great as you did, how, as an athlete, do you make that adjustment in your head to tell yourself to calm down and recollect?
Well, obviously, the game's a mental game, and being a goalkeeper, it's very mental. It takes a toll on you. But after we had that halftime talk, I just said to myself, like, all right, confidence, effort, we're going to win this. We got to win this and put my body on the line. My team has my back. I have theirs, and just go out and play.
And a little bit more of a selfish question, but, scoring that goal, just what was going through your head after, what was going through your head during? I mean, just describe the moment for you.
Honestly, it felt so, I guess, like refreshing, if you can say. During practice, when we work on PKs, when you take a PK, honestly, all you really need is confidence. And I told Coach Karen, I'm like, listen, if you need someone to take a PK, it's me. I know it's weird for a goalie to take a PK. So during PKs, I worked on both sides of the net because if one goalie can guess the one side, I can hit on the other. And scoring the game-winning goal, honestly, like, I just felt so good that I just could help my team out.
The last time Sterling went into overtime in PKs, it was that amazing Coach's Cup finish and the shot by Jordan Baker, and you've cemented yourself right next to her as one of those legends that have propelled Sterling to a different level. How does that feel for you?
The feeling's kind of hard to describe, but just knowing what this program, and especially me, have gone through with PKs, I'm just excited. Like, I really am, and I'm proud, and that's all I can really say.
Go break it down, Maddie.
Thank
you for
guys.
coming on. So I'm Daniel Leakin. This was a great game on the turf. I mean, Sterling beating Seneca 2-1 here on the turf in penalty kicks. The game-winning goal scored by none other than Maddie Sims, the brick wall. So that's going to do it here on the turf. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Girls will be going against West Deptford at West Deptford this upcoming Monday, so be tuned and on the lookout for footage of that. I'm Daniel Leakin saying so long to everyone at home, and as always, go Knights.